I said fuck Xbox, fuck all these Xbox, fuck every Xbox their channel. Won't give a damn. It's PlayStation for life. You don't get it? Let's get it. Let's do this. Let's do this, my ponies. Let's go to war. What? Say what? Yeah. I say I double dip on The Last of Us. Woo. Yeah, I double dip on the director's cut. Woo. Double dip on every damn release. Damn right. Yeah, Jim Ryan is my motherfucking boss. The boss. Yo, and we don't care about no layoffs. Yeah, all the shine are gonna keep it on the low. Shh. We'll be sucking on every damn toe. Yum. Because Sony PlayStation gets the love. Yeah, so all hell Sony, we be your ponies. You can take my wife, you can take my money. I'm obsessed with the God of War. Yeah, all my ponies ready to go to war. Blue PlayStation high, all over my head. Pentimeter PS5, 120 FPS. Blue team is the set, throw it up. I never had sex, I only care about sales. I said what I said. Woo! Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Yeah. I see you Xbox. I see you playing on Game Pass for free. Nah, man, we don't do that over here. We pay $70 a game. Yeah, you Xbox be broke. You so stupid, so goofy. Fuck you, Demo Flow. Fuck you. Like and subscribe. Yeah, if you wanna see me more on Demo Flow Gaming channel. Fuck this dude, I'ma pop in the shot every time. Yeah, but I'm here to show my pony love. And you with it? Say what?
So is PlayStation changing their strategy when it comes to putting their games on other platforms?
They said we're building a dedicated team to take the very best PlayStation experiences and put them into other places. Places like the Nintendo Switch 2, like PC, and to Xbox.
Hiroki Totoki spoke to this actual strategy of increasing profit through multi-platform efforts.
That's one thing I have noticed. Now that that same type of like energy is starting to come to PlayStation, now it's like, well, who cares? Like,
now, if you would take the time to look at things that Sony said just 30 days ago, this entire situation is a bit of a nothing burger.
What is the reason of buying a PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, or a PlayStation 6 if PlayStation doesn't have games that are exclusive anymore?
So when it's time to buy the games, when it's time to support the devs and do that shit, motherfuckers disappear.
We're focused on consistently delivering at least one tentpole title per year.
Not like this. Too late.
Yo, hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Demo Flow Gaming Show, where I share my passion for gaming and keep you informed of everything that's going on in gaming everywhere, man. We're talking about Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, right? Even though it's dead. We're talking about Steam, Epic, whatever, man. We're talking about all of gaming here in the channel. And look, today is Halloween, so woo! Happy Halloween to all of you and happy Friday. Let's get it. Spooky Friday here, man. What an amazing day. I can't wait to go ahead and, hang out and celebrate Halloween with the family. My first one with my son. So it's like, damn, this is exciting, right? And which is why we're not having a show at night with Simone and Doodle. They also celebrating Halloween. They got like 10 kids and shit. Shout out to them. So yeah, Halloween is a underrated holiday because it sort of like brings you joy. You could be depressed as hell at home alone in your Halloween, and some kids come with their funny costumes, knocking on your door asking for candy. That could like make your day.
It's just like good vibes. Everybody's happy, smiling, candy. Everybody's high on sugar. So it's just one of those exciting holidays for me. So I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about Halloween, but I really, really enjoy seeing the decorations and seeing everybody with the costumes and expressing themselves. So yeah, happy Halloween, bro! Back at it again. We got Power Boss in the house. What's going on, player?
Absolutely fabulous, Demo. Thanks for having me on. Happy Halloween to you. Happy Halloween to the chat. Nice to see everybody here today.
Let's go, man. Shout out to chat. I see you down there, man. You guys are the most important part of the show, man. This shit don't happen if you guys ain't here. Because like talking to myself, man, that shit, some shit I do in the regular, but not on public. So like us, 45 in the house. He was the first one here, man. Shout out to the homie. He said, "What's up, Devil, man? What's up to you, dog? I hope you enjoying Halloween, bro, with your loved ones and shit. Happy Friday, man. Glad to have you around. We got Power Balls. It was nice and early today, man. Shout out to him. He fell asleep last time, but he's here. Wow, awake. We got Lycos as well saying, how's it go, Power Balls? You already know. The Archangel Nexus in the house. We miss you so much, homie. How you doing, man? He say, "What's good, Joe? Ponies have been doing crazy work with the Xbox fake news lately." Yeah, and we're gonna get into it. Why? They so mad, man. It's incredible, man. We're gonna talk about it. We also got Adidas 20 with a super chat with the two. Thank you for the two. He said in Denver, heading to Vegas. I'll catch the replay, man. Hey, it doesn't matter, man. If when you in Vegas, when you are in, you know what I mean, in the end of the world, as long as you come through, watch it in your own time, no need to, you know what I mean, like rushing and shit. I appreciate all of the support, man. Doesn't matter if you watch my shorts, if you follow me on Twitter, whichever one you interact with me, man. Really appreciate you guys, man. We also got Jules in the house. How's it going, girl? Good to have you around. Start 88859 saying hi. How's it going, Star? And let's get into the news. Yeah. We're definitely gonna get into the news, man, because we got a lot to talk about. It's gonna be a crazy show because I mean everything that's going on. Last week was insane. With the Friday, we got to get into the first one, which is like one of the most spicier topics that we're gonna be discussing today is the Halo campaign Evolve. They showed it last weekend during the Halo Championship, and it had mixed reception, right? Like I was speaking to Power Boss behind the scenes. There was two sides of the coins. There were the people who were actually at the event. They got hands-on in the game and they were praising it. They were saying that the game, it was insane, it was really good, looks incredible, and they were so happy that Halo was getting this type of treatment. And then we got the other side of the coin. You already know the bubble Twitter, everybody complaining about like small and minute details like shadows and ammo counters and all of this stupid shit that honestly doesn't really impact your gameplay. I think the most fair criticism might be maybe a sprint, right? Because they add a sprint, but I mean, to be fair, it's optional. If you want to press left stick analog and sprint forward, you can do it. And if you don't want to sprint, you don't have to press it. So, I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but you guys know I'm open-minded, right? To all of this and franchises evolving and changing, but not everybody feels the same way. So I want you guys to let me know down there in the comments, right? How do you feel about the campaign, and are you looking forward to play?
My thoughts on the whole thing. I'm happy that PS players are finally getting Halo. We've all said that Halo was going to go. It was just a matter of time, and we're happy that they're going to get to experience the greatness. On the flip side, from a technical perspective, I'm one of those naysayers that, unfortunately, while I think that Halo going to PlayStation is good and more players get to play the game, they're getting a GIMP version of Halo. And it's going to be, unfortunately, in my opinion, one of the worst ways for PlayStation players to experience the greatness of Halo. Because there's going to be ripped out multiplayer. Like Demo said, some of the changes that are being made, some of them minute, but some of the biggest ones, like using Unreal Engine 5 and stutters, you can even see it in the trailer. That is big. Now, the sprint thing and the Warthog changes, that's not the most egregious. The only egregious change that I've seen is the changing of the level design, because it's trivializing some encounters, and that's my opinion. Okay, maybe you don't feel that way. But also the changes to the ADS, adding an ADS, which I don't think needed to be there because of the reasoning for the shotgun that was in Halo 1. It was made that way for a reason, where you have just big rectangle. So we'll have to see how it plays. I talked to several people who had hands on. One of them was, the journalist Gene Part, take it or leave it. But he says that he's worried that the game is going to release exactly how he played it, and it's badly optimized. Demo says he talked to or knows a bunch of people that he follows that have got hands on, that are professional Halo players, that are praising the game up and down, not without concerns. That, like UE5, for instance, but at the same time, it is what it is. Now, personally, I think that they should have gone with MCC for the release and announced that as the 25th anniversary, whether it releases on the 25th or not. That is neither here nor there. But I think MCC would have been a much better direction to go than just the campaign of Halo 1. Now, I do think it's cool that they're adding in the prequel levels too. So we're going to get, extra things. But I do think that this is 100% catered to the PlayStation audience on the whole my graphics.
Yo, baby boy Ray Ray. What's going on, player? He's in the house. Hey, yo, how's it going, player? We got Eternal D87, man. What's up? What's going on, player? Good, glad to have you around. Jules saying personally for me as a PlayStation 5 player, I'm happy that Halo campaign Evolved is coming to PlayStation soon. There you go. And here's the thing too about that specifically, like as a lot of Xbox fans don't like Halo, right? Being bastardized. A lot of people even say this word into going to PlayStation and stuff. But the truth is that Halo players are asking for more players. The people who are like, go check out the Halo player count. Like it's not what it used to be. There are not millions of players playing Halo anymore because it's honestly being out for a long, long time, right? And people eventually get tired of playing the same thing over and over. So it'll be great that is on PlayStation because it's going to bring fresh new players to the franchise. And I do believe that Halo needs all the players that it can take because let's keep it real. Halo is not as popular as it was back in the day because there's a lot of other things that are taking over, like Fortnite. Halo at some point was, competing back to back with Call of Duty, in Battlefield. And it's not even in that conversation anymore, to be fair. But if y'all want Halo to be great again, what we want to do is that we want to evolve. And I think that what they're doing with the campaign is evolving. And they're not, in my opinion, they're not like, making Halo more shit. What they're making is more available to newer audiences. At the end of the day, all these OG Halo fans are over 40 years old now. Maybe got kids. Maybe they're not even gaming anymore. That's the case for a lot of people who play Halo back in the day because I know a lot of people personally who don't play games anymore. They used to play games with me. And I reconnect with them, via other ways. But they're like, oh, yeah, I don't play games anymore, bro. Yeah, I'm busy with life, kids, family, went through divorce. I'm depressed. I'm broke or whatever. They have all the little situations going on. So I do believe that this way that they're doing Halo and they're trying to bring it to newer audiences is the way, the better way forward. I don't want to sound like a blind fan because I'm in love with Halo and I've been for several years. But I do believe that uh, fans can make the difference in the reception that the games have because you could choose to crap on a game and that way kill the hype for everybody. And by doing this, what you're doing is that you're killing the own game that you love, So I like when people give fair criticism or things that actually matter and they're not important, like Paul said, Unreal Engine 5 and all the pros and cons that that the engine has. But I do believe that them focusing on only one game instead of Master Chief Collection, which has like 4 or 5 games. You are more focused on getting this one right. So the what I've seen from the developers of Halo Studios, they being very vocal on Twitter and on social media in general, and they want to know what you think about what you're seeing to keep it real. But to that, I want to add, like, keep it real. Don't give them like stupid shit that they're not gonna change. Giving shit like, okay, yo, what if we do this? What if we do that? What if we could change this? Hey, maybe the Warhawk facets could improve. We wanted to feel more heavy. We wanted the guns to sound, more meaty. And it's like, fair criticism is welcome. But when people do like fanboy console war shit, like, that's not going to help the game in the long run. So if you really like Halo, give proper feedback of what you're saying. And if you have hands on, please let me know how you feel if you tried it and how do you like it.
I would like to also say, along with the feedback that they're asking for, to specifically say, hey, we are working on this. Do you think we should do it this way or this way, rather than just a blanket statement? What do you think we should change? Because that is going to directly better feedback than the wishes and wants of people that are just blindly throwing things out there. Like I was saying, don't use UE5 because it's unoptimized and it's messy, stuttery, and this, that, and the other. But like, do you want this gun? Do you want this gun? Do you want it to sound this way? Do you want it to sound that way? Better curated feedback would probably be better.
Yeah, like like people love to give feedback, but they don't give you a solution. Like if you're giving feedback, at least be like, okay, maybe we can do this here instead. If you don't have anything else to say and you just don't like it, just don't say shit, because that's just not something that they can fix in the game. Is something that you just don't like, no matter what they do. So when it's like that, just like angry feedback and fanboy feedback, that's not gonna work. They're not gonna listen to it. If they can smell a hint of fanboy in what you're saying, they're not gonna take it into account. Because I wouldn't either. Because I'll be like, this is just the crazy fans that can't move on from Halo. Like, don't listen to them. Like, they're not looking for you anymore. You abandon Halo. You're not playing Halo anymore. They want new audiences. They want new players. So, I mean, if you really like Halo, just fucking play it. The best way you can support the games is not to buy skins. It's not to do that. It's to freaking play it. It's like the same way that the best way that you can support me and support the channel is not sending super chats. It's not none of that. It's just like, all you have to do is watch my content, hit the like button, and come hang out, leave me a comment.
Show up.
Show up. Just show up if you want to support and you want more content. No need to spend extra money in this and that. All you need to do is show up. And I think it's just a matter of Halo being a franchise that is so legendary, right? That the level of nitpicking is insane to the level of Star Wars or something, like that is like you cannot switch. Not like if you make a lightsaber and you make it purple, they're like, why is it purple? And this is not in the books. For example, I don't really know much about Star Wars, but I know how the fans are. Like, oh, the state trooper can't hit the shots. This is not Star Wars, So it's just like, come on, bro, give him a break. Give him the benefit of the doubt. I know that 343 messed up, but for what I've seen, and look, people in real life hit me up. I was telling Power Boss, I was getting calls, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why? And they were like, we're playing this. You seen the Halo reveal? Back in the day, like, memories are starting to come back. And look, Twitter is not the real world, right? A lot of those people on Twitter, they're just grifting. But real people in the real world that I know that they're not grifting, that they don't care about these minute details, are excited, dude. And they were digging the review. So how about we become excited about something for once, right? Because at the end of the day, this is just video games. This is what we really want. We could be skeptical. We could be we could think about, oh, what if they do this? What if they better this? What if they better that? Right? Like, we could do that. That's fair. Let's do that instead of like shitting on the game that we haven't even tried. Because the same way that you can say, oh, demo, you can say it's good because you haven't tried. Well, you can say it's bad because you haven't tried. So how about we wait and try? It's gonna be on Game Pass. It's gonna be in every freaking platform. It's gonna be insane. The one thing, and the one thing that I want everybody to complain about multiplayer. I want everybody to go ahead, come together and be like, wow, we need Halo multiplayer to come back, especially these pro players, especially because this was the last Halo championship, until the next Halo comes out. So y'all need to start begging for multiplayer Halo, because multiplayer Halo to me is, I love the lore, I love all of that, but what's really engaging for me is the multiplayer part. That one part that you can keep playing Halo all over again, and every encounter feels different. You get engaged in the dance, you like picking up different weapons and stuff. That's the part that I really love about Halo, man. But yeah, there you have it. And it's also Halo has a lot of competition too. Think about it. It's not Halo anymore. You got Valorant, you got Counter-Strike, you got Battlefield 6 released to tremendous success. And now Halo is probably gonna have to like
Call
think
of Duty
about
Black Ops
what
7
they
is
can
about to
take away from
launch.
those games. Huh?
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is about to launch.
Mm-hmm.
All these first-person shooters that most of it Halo pioneered.
Yep, exactly. And now Halo has to look up to them
Yep.
because of the way that he was treated throughout all these years, and the community breaking down, and like being divided. And like I always tell you, if you want something to be great, you need to unite, come together towards a common goal that makes sense. Don't be crying about a shadow. Don't be crying about this building being this way. Cry about shit that matters, man. Please, I beg you, like give these people proper feedback so that we can get Halo in the best possible way, man. But yeah, that's one of the biggest announcement last week. I think we covered Halo. I did drop the video on Saturday, last Saturday. Go ahead and watch it. In there, I called out all these fake ass Halo fans that they call themselves Halo fans, but they're not playing Halo and they haven't played Halo in years. So like, the fuck, you know what I'm saying? What are you even doing here? So we got more shit going on, and bro, look, Outer Worlds launch. Let's get into the games first, and then we get into like the whole like economy and all that bullshit we don't care about. So, hold on. The Outer Worlds 2 launch, I think it has like an 83, 82 Metacritic. I think it's 83 or something, which is good. It's decent. I have been having a blast with Outer Worlds 2. Let me know down there in the comments, you guys. Have you played Outer Worlds 2? What do you think about it? I've been playing it. I have close to 20 hours playing. I'm like level 15 or something, and
It's an 85 Metacritic with a 7.8 user score.
Wow, 85. Wow, that's crazy. That's very fucking good. Shout out to Obsidian for killing shit, man, because they've been really doing it this year. They dropped what? Avowed, Grounded 2, and Outer Worlds. That's 3 games in 1 year. Only one studio, the workhorse of Xbox and Microsoft. You got to give it to them. Avowed was a decent game. I know a lot of people didn't feel it, but it was a decent game. Then we got Grounded 2, amazing. Is early access. This is still in progress. There's still updates coming. And now we got a more like a full-fledged, right? Sequel, like a more elaborated game in Outer Worlds 2. And I do believe, man, that they did a good job. I like the characters. I like the vibe. I like the art style. They were able to maintain that colorful, right? Playful take that they had of space and planets and stuff. I like the lore, and I like all these little things that they do, that they criticize society and capitalism and communism and all of that at the same time. I know a lot of people take that into offense, but it's just a video game. It's similar to watching a movie about World War II. You're gonna be offended about like the way that they put people in, you know what I mean, in these camps. And like you can, that's history. That's just a fact. So I like that they doing whatever they want with it, and they not scared to innovate and try new things. The weapons are insane, the abilities, the perks are crazy and super cool. Even the what is it, like the things that you get that negatively impact your game. What is it, like the flaw system is insane. I got a flaw, and it was like, because I like to slide a lot, and I like to, like, you know what I mean, and you get this one called bad knees. And you can trade that flaw for a perk. But the flow works in the when you crouch. Sometimes, like if you're trying to be stealthy, your knees will pop, and you would alert everybody who you're trying to sneak on. So that's genius. Shit like that, we want more of that in video games. I like the loot, and the way that the loot items work is very simple. The way the crafting works is very simple. Everything's so it's so easy, right? It's very overwhelming at first, but once you like understand every little thing, it's just like voila, magic and everything start working. You get going, and of course, it's an RPG, so you're gonna be stopped by NPCs to have a conversation. You're gonna have to go through many menus and dialogues because that's just exactly what an RPG it is, right? So in that sense, very entertaining as well. I like the humor, even though I gotta admit that the first one has like more raw, more like out there humor. In this one, you have to think a little bit more. The other one was a little bit more of toilet humor. This one is a little bit more like smarter humor. And I do like the toilet humor, being a South Park fan. I love toilet humor and stupid shit like that, like brain rot type shit. But I do dig this the smarter. I can respect it, right, where they're coming from. The writing is excellent, and I do like the voice acting as well, and all the little funny accents that they do. It's
Not
just like,
according to Reforge, apparently. There's too much dialogue in an RPG.
oh yeah, but he lost The Last of Us and got to work. Like this every cut every cutscene every 2 seconds. Look, at least you can skip this. You know what I mean? You can play this game skipping all the dialogue and just going straight to the quest and the marker in the map, and that's it. You don't have to listen to nobody. Boy, you're gonna miss out on important information. You're gonna miss out on lore, and you're gonna miss out on things that they explain to you about the world, which I believe is important. So I'm not skipping shit. I'm reading everything, and after I'm done, then I click, I skip. I read, I listen to the dialogue, and sometimes you just want to go faster because this quest might not be as important. But man, I have been having a blast. So I wanted to ask you about, boss. Have you been playing Outer Worlds 2?
I have not yet. I'm looking forward to it, but that's because I've been playing Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm 7.3 hours in. I'm just completed either chapter 4 or 5, starting 5 or 6, and I'm wanting to finish that because once you beat that, you're done with it. Whereas Outer Worlds 2 not only has replay value, but it's a much longer of a game in general.
Fire. Yeah. Ninja Gaiden, man.
So
In
that's the
my
only reason why I
opinion,
haven't played it yet.
that has to be the best action game that's dropped this year. I believe it. And look, there's negative things to say also about Ninja Gaiden 4, like the fact that that you play with Ryo Hayabusa towards the end, but he doesn't have all the abilities that he had in the OG. They sort of give you like a half-ass version of Hayabusa, right? But all things considered, is well done. This game wouldn't exist without Xbox. Let's just keep it real. So everybody's saying this is not Xbox, they capping. Like Xbox, the one with the initiative to make this game, and they made it happen with Platinum Game and Ninja and Team Ninja. And I believe they did an outstanding job. The game looks incredible from head to toe, and it's just so flashy, so entertaining. And look, you have to fucking play, dude. It gets difficult, but they do give you options. If it gets too hard for you, they give you some options. So very well. Yeah, so 2 bangers back to back, Xbox and Game Pass, right? Showing you that it still holds value, because think about it. Let's say you wanted to play these 2 games. Oh, and Ninja Gaiden, the Gaiden is $50 and the Outer Worlds was $70. So you can literally finish those 2 games in a month, right? And you pay only $30. Yeah, you could. If you had the time, you could. And I do believe that
we're gonna get into the topic of time later. Jumping ahead.
And that's why I believe, and that's why I still have my Game Pass right, subscription, because it still has value. The minute that it doesn't have value, I'm gonna tell you straight up, bro. Like I'm out. This month is not good. I'm not gonna keep my Game Pass subscription, but I can unsubscribe now because I'm playing these 2 bangers, and they just released, and now Call of Duty next month. I mean, value. So right there, we're eating good. We're having a great time, man. Let's see what chat says about all this, man. Illegal Dad in the house say, I want to play Outer Worlds 2 and Arc Raiders, but started playing Pacific Drive. There you go. That's another Game Pass drop. That's really decent. And yeah, how's that game? How's Pacific Drive? How you liking it? I'm interested in trying it out. And the one that I tried yesterday, Power Boss, and really surprised me, but I tried it in the cloud, was Ballpit. And I was mentioning earlier that game runs very well in the cloud. Well, no wonder Xbox updated the cloud to 1440p 60 FPS. and now is another thing. He plays better, more stable, and yeah, that I like the upgrade. I'm really enjoying it. And like I said, I was having like one of my cousins play keeper on it, and he told me straight up, Power Boss, I couldn't believe it. He said, "This is a 10 out of 10 game." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, this is a 10 out of
And the
10
funny
game,
thing is, it's only about 6 hours long.
bro." That shit surprised me because I'm like,
It's a good puzzle game.
yeah. And but this is a kid speaking. This is not me as an adult. I'm like, there's no way I'm playing keeper. I don't want to be a lighthouse. But a kid, my cousin is like 11 years old, you know, and he like keeper. He's like, I want to try that game. I'm like, really? You want to play this one? Okay, let's play it. I have him play. He's like, oh shit, he has a companion. Oh shit, he can do this. Oh shit. Every time he's talking about the game that while he's playing, I'm watching him play, and he's telling me all the good things that he has to say about the games. We finished a gaming session. I think he played for an hour or two or something, and then he was like, and he played via cloud, which is like the funniest shit. He's like, this is a 10 out of 10 game. I can wait to come back home, and see you on my TI and play more. And I'm like, what? I'm like, and that's the one thing that I want to tell you guys. Just because you think that you don't like something doesn't mean that others don't. And we have to be respectful, and we have to be understanding that people have different tastes. So keeper may not be for me, but it was for my little cousin, and I'm pretty sure that for other kids like my little cousin, they are gonna love it too. The one thing that I can say about keeper though is that it's a well done game. Like from head to toe, that game is well done. They really give you a clinical showcase on what a game should be done.
I haven't played it myself yet, but I have seen some gameplay of some people playing it, like Epic Treasure and Chaos Lounge. It looks really good. I do intend on jumping into it at some point, experience it for myself. But from what I'm seeing, the game looks visually and beautifully stunning for the art style.
It is stunning. So we got Lycos 45 in the house saying, I'm almost max ranking Halo Infinite. Yeah, he has it. I know Lycos play all the time. I see you all the time, homie. Got him on Xbox and he been playing that. Yo, bro, I have like 40 days of playtime in Halo Infinite. I haven't played months, but just saying, like 40 days, about 40 days of playtime is crazy in any game. So I've been really playing Halo Infinite. Forcing924 saying it's a waste of money. The ponies didn't buy Gears or War Reloaded, which is easily better than any PlayStation shooter. If Halo Remastered doesn't sell, they should post ports. And look, that's another thing to think about, because maybe Halo doesn't have synergy with PlayStation the same way the Gears didn't. And you know why? Because Sony PlayStation fans, for the most part, they are used to these single player games that hold your hands and shit. And then Gears could get pretty tough. Halo could be pretty tough. And if you get into the multiplayer of those games, forget about it. It could be
Well, see,
really challenging.
that's also the big question, because Gears of War Reloaded did have multiplayer and crossplay that you could turn off, whereas this Halo campaign Evolved is not having multiplayer at all. So it's going to be a big telling whether or not, is it just because Halo doesn't have multiplayer at all that it's going to succeed or fail, or is it just because, PlayStation players don't like Halo, they never liked Halo, and they're not going to buy it just as much as Gears of War? I think it's going to sell. I'm thinking probably close to 1 million on just PlayStation alone.
Nah, I'm not looking at this Halo as a big seller, especially because it's this CE. It's Combat Evolved, the first one. I don't know. I just don't see Halo doing big numbers like it used to before. And it's due to the fact that, the negative and the negativity around the franchise is way too much. And that's what I say. Halo needs to like I think they're doing it right. They need to take a break a little bit, be missed, right? Be wanted, and then they can reveal from here to 2 years or something a new multiplayer game that can be like, oh shit, Halo's back, because they need to give it a rest, I think, and they need to reevaluate what they're gonna do with the franchise and which way they're gonna go now when they drop the multiplayer. Hopefully next generation they can launch it with with the new Halo multiplayer, and I think that that's probably the best option for them. So We got Miguel Diaz in the house as well, saying the best thing I did when Microsoft increased Game Pass price. I went to the Colmado I have near my house, and I bought the 3 months for $60. Don't pay until February. That's very smart. Yeah, I mean, if you like the service, you got to find your way around it. You can also collect the Microsoft points, and I mean, if you can make enough points, you can get you Game Pass, on a discount. You can also use other things like CD keys, and you go to a store and you see a Game Pass subscription, you can pick it up for cheaper too there. So I mean, just be smart about it. And I would say, bro, to be honest with you, take it month by month. There's some months that Game Pass is gonna be worth it for you, some months that they're not gonna be worth it for you, and that's just the way it is. I do the same thing with Netflix. I do the same thing with all my subscription service. Like sometimes there is no point to keeping the subscription the whole time if you're not even using it. So if you use it, by any means, go ahead. But if you don't, then give it a rest, save some money, play your backlog, whatever. Use saying that I'm gonna wait until Outer Worlds 2 goes on sale, then do the same for Outer Worlds 2. There you go. Outer Worlds 1 was like $10, I think, on Steam not too long ago. I think they had a sale before the release. Illegal that saying I forgot about Keeper, still haven't played. Yeah, that's plenty. Like Game Pass is lit. Uh, but so far, Outer Worlds seems to be so much fun. It is. It is a lot of fun. Like honestly, like I've been impressed by the fun factor in that game, man. Eternal D87 saying people just find things to complain about. They act like all of the other Halos don't have multiplayer. I don't know what this one matters to them. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I said, like if you really want like this, like I was telling Power Boss, like by they're not adding Halo CE multiplayer to PlayStation or to this next version, they're sort of keeping the multiplayer side of Halo exclusive to Xbox, which I believe is a bad decision, right? Honestly, but I also believe that for those hardcore gamers and hardcore Xbox fans, it's like, okay, if you want to play Halo multiplayer, you need to get an Xbox type shit. I know some people think like that. Not me, but I know some people do. The ponies count for less than 1% of the PlayStation 5 player base, and half are disgruntled Xbox fanboys who already play Halo. That's true too. That is so true as well. Yeah, I don't want to call every PlayStation user the pony, right? That's not fair. But yeah, 1% of the ponies, people who are haters and shit like that.
At the very
I doubt
least.
that PlayStation casuals would buy it. Yeah, I doubt it too. Some people will buy just for like to I feel like they're more interested in a physical copy just to keep it in their virtual walls, rather than playing the actual game. But whatever, man. Who cares? I need to
I think
play
the biggest
Keeper
kick in
too.
the balls would be if it's like a game keycard type of situation where it's just all download, nothing else.
I believe Halo has a future. I just don't know if people are ready for the future of Halo. I don't know how well are they gonna take Halo being this Halo evolution that we're about to witness. I don't know if people are gonna rock with it. I know I'm gonna rock with it because I'm a true Halo fan and I do want to see what they do. But I understand why some people wouldn't want to play Halo anymore, and that's fine. I mean, be gone. Like it is what it is. Nobody's gonna miss you. I'm sure that there's plenty of people who want to play it anyways. So, even the casual had that pony bone in them. That's true. That's true. It is in their nature. Holy shit. Okay. So we talked about the newest, Game Pass releases. It's worth mentioning Ball Pit, right? That is making the rounds and it's making a lot of noise. Um, in Steam and in Game Pass and all of that. And Supermarket Simulator as well. Game Pass release and everybody's liking it as well. I know it sounds funny, but a lot of people are liking that game. Shout out to Crazy Lou. Crazy Louis, he was playing it. My brother-in-law was
I
playing it. A
played
lot of
the
people I
Super
know
Mario
been playing
Simulator.
it.
It's pretty good, and I like the TCG Simulator too as well. Both games
Yeah,
are really fire. Oh,
they
how
also
about
got
the Vampire Survivors update?
oh shit, and they had
Yeah,
the
too.
they had the Power Watch Simulator too as well added to Game Pass, which a lot of people love that game. Which I mean, I don't really get it, as I wouldn't work for free like that, but they like it, you know. And that's one of the examples that I'm trying to tell you. Some people like some shit, some people like other shit, and that's just the way it is. So we're gonna talk about this, man, because Power World and Nintendo have been into it for a long time, and I know Power Boss love this topic because he loves Power World. I love Power World, so I have like about 30 hours playing Power World. And recently my home has been playing Power World, but I've been busy trying to get good Call of Duty and playing Outer Worlds and then you guiding. So I've been juggling those three games. But Power World so far is winning the battle, right? It's not over yet because Nintendo still want to come after them, but
I
the
think they beat
judges.
two of the three that Nintendo is still trying to go after them for.
Yeah, and one of them is a patent, right? Because the patent was rejected
Well,
because
all
lack
three
of
patents.
creativity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all three of them.
and bro, look, this is something that we gotta talk about because it's very important that we gotta stop it with these patents, bro. I think that sometimes it's fair for you to have a patent of something that you are creative for real. But like, imagine adding a patent for jumping in games. You cannot jump in games unless you pay me because I created jumping in games. That sounds so ridiculous, and I think we need to stop that shit, man. But I'm glad that Power World is beating the case, man. And you know what I mean? They doing a good job with the game. They adding a lot of content now. They have a collaboration with Once Human that is dope, and y'all should check it out. Still in Game Pass and still an amazing game. How do you feel about this Power Bus? Where are you standing with all this? Like, are you on Nintendo side and or are you Power side? What side you taking?
Power World all the way.
Hell
You
yeah.
can mod Power World. They encourage mods. There's a lot of mods. Nintendo, especially after they just released Legends ZA. Oh my god, that game is horrible. I will take Power World twice on Sunday over anything Nintendo's put out so far for the Switch 2. They raised the price of the Switch 1 hardware. They're trying to raise the price of games.
Yeah.
And the game key card issue. I had an argument with my GameStop local manager who was trying to sell me that, hey, this is coming directly from Nintendo on how game cards are so good for the industry. No.
Hell no.
Absolutely not. I almost got into a shouting match with him in the middle of his own store.
That's crazy. Yeah. No. Like, I'm glad that Power World is winning. Good game. They deserve all the success they had, and hopefully they continue to support the game.
And how about all the stuff that Power World is now working on? They've got like a 2D, 3D Game Boy aesthetic game where you can literally rotate the screen. If you can't see it, it doesn't affect you, I think is the catchphrase. They've got an FPS that they're coming out with. And they're still adding content to Power World itself. And they're also making the farming game that looks like Harvest Moon and New Horizons.
All right.
That's directly competing with Pokemon's Poketopia, whatever it's called. And it looks phenomenally better than it, too.
That's crazy. So Pokemon is losing, and Nintendo they're losing their own battles with with like a copycat like Power, which is like ridiculous. They're doing a better job than themselves. That's crazy. So yeah, there you have it. Power World still up. Like, let's hope that they can continue, being supported and all that. Man, this is a great news. Great news. So yeah, we want to talk about this. The Xbox.
Not for Pokemon fans today.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Xbox next generation and what Satya Nadella spoke and Sarah Bond spoke and Matt Booty spoke. Everybody spoke about all of this, and ponies, right? Fanboys made a big, deal, and they created like all these narratives. They I don't know what interview were they listening. It's just, and I was saying it in my last video, which I uploaded, I think, like 2 days ago. Go ahead and check it out. The Satya Nadella versus TikTok shit that everybody was speaking about. And I know this, it sounds ridiculous, but I could see. I'm not. Look, first off, and I know because I had somebody in my comments saying that I was defending what Sadi Nadella said, and I was like, hell no, I'm not defending what he said. I don't care about what he said. All I said is that I understood his point, and I try to break it down to you like if you were a 5-year-old and you still think that I'm capping for what Sadi Nadella says, but in fact, I'm
Can you
just
believe
explaining
that
something.
Reforge got a W?
He got a W.
Reforge got a W. I'll give him his flowers. You know,
So who got a W?
Reforge.
Huh?
What?
You know, shout out to
Wow.
Reforge. So he did something positive, right? So basically, after the whole 3 interviews happened, Mike Ybarra decided to open his mouth like 2, 3 times on Twitter,
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
and Reforge called him out, saying Mike Ybarra is by far out of touch with so many things the gaming industry is doing. And he says Mike Ybarra had no business speaking on this topic, basically.
Yeah,
I'm,
he really
I'm
does.
paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he said.
That's crazy. So back to Sadia Nadella and what he said in an interview. The one thing that everybody missed, and I'm gonna start with this because he did say it at the end, is like he says this quote, we are the biggest publishers, the biggest video game publishers in the industry. So we're gonna focus on being good publishers. End quote. I think that was the most important part of what he said. You know why? Because at the end of the day, the games are the most important part in all of this. And if he's focused on having all their teams delivering quality content for you, then we are talking. And I could get behind that. And look, lead with an iron arm. We don't want these studios and these games being developed for 7 years with no results. Like they need to deliver. And that's their job. And I'm glad that we got, you know, people pushing for these projects to come out. Like, okay, yeah, let me see your game. Release your game. Like we want this, we want deadlines, though. You know, and that's the most important part because at the end of the day, the most important part in this is the games. So I'm happy that he said that. He corroborated that they're focusing on the games, and that's despite the fact that people been talking about Xbox leaving the gaming industry.
But
How?
no, they're just focused on the fact of what he said about the whole competing
About
with
TikTok?
TikTok,
Yeah.
which most people don't understand. He's not talking about literal TikTok. He's talking about competing for your time.
He's talking about all of media competing with each other. So back in the day, the people who play games only. That was their shit. They were gamers. Now we have different types of gamers, casual gamers, people who play games, whatever, but they don't care about it. But there's people out there who are at this moment while I'm watching, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Some of you guys are playing video games while listening to my podcast. I do that too. Some of you guys are playing your rounds on your games and then taking a look at the screen on your phone to see me or see us or see the show, what we're showing, the information, all that. That right there is taking time away from your gaming. So doesn't sound like it, but YouTube is competing with your gaming because instead of watching games now, and I'm not calling you out like you don't play games or nothing, you are watching YouTube. The same thing happens with Twitter. Twitter, I think he would have said Twitter, it would have been even more iconic because Twitter ponies and the Twitter gaming are the more like unsufferable set of people that I ever met in my fucking life. Like, and they literally on Twitter all day posting and shit, and they don't play games. So yeah, gaming is competing with all types of media. I'm not saying that Xbox should be thinking about how you can beat TikTok. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that Satya Nadella is a highly intelligent individual. Regardless of how you feel, this motherfucker is smart. So sometimes he speaks, right? Like you smart too, but I know you aren't. So I'm here to break it down to you as if you were a 5-year-old. That what he tried to say is that time is limited and everybody's competing for it. Like whether it be movies, whether it be influencers, whether it be media, in general, you're competing with each other, and that's the reality. And this is what we said. This is what he said. Like we need to innovate, right? How are we gonna do this? And look, he spoke also about the margins being, having more margins so that they can innovate. And the reason why he spoke about it is like, you need to make some money extra when you are trying new stuff in case that you fail, right? You can lean back on in that budget and have something to cover your ass, right? You and that's healthy business practice. And I don't really care, and I'm tired of saying this here, how much money Microsoft makes. You shouldn't care either. They just hit $4 trillion. Four. Fuck you look like doing finances for the $4 trillion for free. Like, stop it. Like, I don't care if hardware was down. I don't care if software was up, if services were up. No one cares, dude. They're still banking and making money. Like, if anything, we should be like, why in the fuck are you, hiring the prices when you're banking like this? That's what we should be asking. That's the questions that we gotta be asking. You don't gotta be asking like where the profit.
100%.
No, that's not a problem.
Yep, 100%.
That's not a problem. But you know what? These clowns, bro, they ain't shit. And I'm telling you right here, these motherfuckers don't know anything about gaming. These people only know to grift. And they're here to grift and talk down on everything. Look, I'm not saying that Microsoft are saints. All I'm saying is that he made sense in what he said. That's it. TikTok, Instagram, OnlyFans, YouTube, Blue Sky or whatever, all of these people want your time. Want your time. And that is a fact, because it's like they've been saying this for a long time. We want the engagement. What do they mean by that? The longer time that you spend on the Xbox ecosystem, whether it be via cloud, on a PlayStation, on a TV, the higher the chances that you will go ahead and make a purchase in the store. Whether it be a microtransaction, whether it be DLC, whether it be another game, whether it be another thing that you bought through the store, peripherals, whatever. The more time that you spend, the more bound you are to spend money on where you're spending your time. And the same goes for social media. You might not understand it because maybe you don't see it like that, but look at the people that spend a lot of time on Instagram and what is it like the other threads that is new now, and all this, like, it's filled with advertisement. It's filled with advertisement. Twitter is filled with advertisement. So the more time you spend on it, the more times you're bound to see something through advertisement and buy it, or buy into it, or utilize the service, or at least give them a click to check it out, which can also generate revenue. Yeah, Microsoft makes money whenever you click on something on Bing. And this is how they make your money. You guys don't understand that. And you're like, oh, how is it that they're making money? The same way that YouTubers make money when they get 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? The same way. They're getting their views too.
Speaking of that, okay, a lot of the talking points around them putting Steam on the Xbox and, all the aggregated libraries that they're doing, we don't know the details of what's going on. Xbox is getting nothing. But I have a feeling that somewhere behind the scenes, Xbox is getting something. More along the lines of, like, if you are buying a game on the Xbox experience, full screen experience, that it's a cross-buy thing. Because I said this before months back now. There's always been cross-save, cross-play, and cross-progression. And I think with this, they're introducing cross-buy. Buy it once, play it anywhere, and if you play anywhere title, anywhere that you can play it on a Windows system or an Xbox console or device, it will be playable. And if they do something like that, that is the only justification that I can ever see of them trying to upcharge to $80 games. Pay the $10 extra on a $70 full price game, say Outer Worlds 2. You buy it through the Windows experience on the ROG Ally, the UI rollout when it comes to the Series consoles if it does, or the next Xbox, or even on the PC Game Pass app. You know, you buy your game there, or on the Xbox console, you buy it there. And it gives you the option for the $10 upcharge. If you take it, then you get it on all your libraries. And I think that if they do that, that's how Xbox is going to make their money. And what the split will be, I don't know. I'm not speculating, but I have a feeling that that is what's going to actually be happening.
Yeah, man, for sure. And shout out to Gracie Louie. I sent him the link as well. He about to jump in. Shout out to him. Boy, man, let me see some of you guys what you're talking about, man. So we got Lycos45 in the house saying, yeah, of all people, Reforge knew what was said. Laugh out loud, win, Reforge Gaming for real. And this is something that we do here. We keep it real. We keep it fair with everybody, man. If it says something that it was, correct, and you know what I mean? Like, we gotta say it too, man. I know sometimes we dunk on him and shit, but yeah, he actually called out Mikey Barra, like, in a good way. Shout out to the Archangel Nexus. He's saying Saja broke a lot of pony hearts with his statement. He made fun of all of the clowns that think PC and console are two different things. Oh man, bro, I'm glad you brought that back, that thing, because here's the thing. I know a lot of you guys are familiar with Xbox, but the people who don't know, the original Xbox was literally a PC. Right? All the components of a PC, all they did was optimize it on a way that it booted faster, and that's the story behind it. When they showed these two, like, I forgot the name of the main Microsoft guy, Bill Gates, right? When they showed the thing to Bill Gates that it boot up in like 5 seconds or some shit, he was like, what? Like, what is going on? What are you guys doing? This is magic. And that's how the Xbox was born. And everything internally was a PC. And if you open up your Xbox,
there's a little bit more to it than that, but yeah.
Yeah, and the same thing goes with PlayStation, right? PC components, because AMD makes them, and that's just the way it is. And the same thing you could tell about Nintendo. Perhaps Nintendo is more like a phone than a computer, but it literally has all the components that a PC has. And it's the same, like, all of this is computing. So the reason why consoles exist is because it's just literally easier to use, and you don't have to deal with the PC side of things. So they eliminated all of that and make it more optimized. And this is what Xbox is trying to do again. But they're trying to do it in a way that it doesn't matter where you play, they're going to be everywhere. And this gotcha moment is what got everybody burned, because they can see the future. Look, PC guys are interested. Console guys are interested. Mobile gamers are interested. Everybody looks at this like, wow, holy shit. Okay. So you're telling me that I can get all the PC capabilities without worrying about all of that bullshit that comes with the PC? I mean, how can you not like that? And it's just so weird that you guys are like, oh, look, everybody knows. I don't know. I know you guys might be Xbox fans, PlayStation fans, but everybody knows the PC is superior to consoles, and their hardware is stronger. You have way more utility in PCs where you make these games and build these games and do all the architecture and everything is through a PC. So by Xbox unifying the PC and Xbox, I know some Xbox purists will be mad at me right now because they want Xbox to be Xbox, but in fact, it's a PC. And I think they're gonna get rid of a lot of shit, a lot of problems that they had this generation, especially with the Series S, right? Because everybody was like, "Oh, the optimization for the Series S." Like, no, that's gonna happen. You know why? Because they build these games on PC. If anything, they're gonna have to go the extra mile to develop for PlayStation if they don't change their ways. So I mean,
not according to Niv. He thinks that or PlayStation games are built on the PS5 dev kits.
Listen, It is what it is. This will be my last PlayStation. Thank you, Herman's Host. Thank you, Hiroki Totoki. Thank you all for fucking up the brand. Well done. Fuck off.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Fuck off. I don't care what nobody said, man. Listen, what Xbox is doing is innovating, moving, and changing shit up, shaking things up. PlayStation is screwed up for next generation, and that's a reality. I don't care what they do. They either bring you Steam and Epic. Look, matter of fact, I did a poll here. I'm gonna show you something real quick, Power Boss. Let me pull out my poll that I did here on YouTube with you guys, and I ask you something, a very, very simple question. And here it is. Hold on. Let me pull it out. It's actually my last post. And I'm gonna maximize this, and I'm gonna share my screen real quick. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about. I asked you guys a question. Right? Let me make it even bigger here. Which one adds more value to your gaming experience? 119 votes. This is a very, very, very small channel, right? But if you're a content creator and you got over 1 million followers, ask them this question too, because I'm curious to see what the fuck people have to say. But this is it. At least in this community, I asked this question: which one adds more value to your gaming experience? Two options: Steam and all the PC stores, Sony PlayStation exclusives. Look at that. Check out the results. What does it say there, Power Boss? 97% said that Steam and all the PC store adds more value into your gaming experience than one game a year by Sony PlayStation. And look, this is the reason why they mad as fuck. Because, okay, let's say Xbox doesn't have an exclusive. But can you play Steam games on the PlayStation? Ooh! Oh! Ouch! It almost fucking burned you inside. Can you claim 2 free games every week on your PlayStation? Can you? Hell no, you can't. And that's the burn. Because Epic gives you 2 free games every week. I've shown my Epic account here many times. I have about 280 games. I'm closing into 300 games that I picked up there for free. You know, I know they're good, they're bad, they're mid games or whatever, but they're fucking games, dude. I don't care. 300 games, about 300 games, and I haven't spent $1. So go ahead and beat that, PlayStation. Go ahead. You don't even have 300 games in the PlayStation Plus. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. It's freaking getting in my nerves. I don't care if PlayStation got Wolverine. Okay, Wolverine. Wow, great. How many hours of Wolverine can you play? 20? Let's say you can play 25, 30 hours of Wolverine. That's it. And then what? And then what? Like John Jesus said. And then what? 20 hours, okay? You having fun for 20 hours, clowning me for 20 hours, and then what?
The same thing can be said for Spider-Man 2.
But that shit is on Steam already.
Absolutely.
That's the other thing. Wow, you are capping for fucking Wolverine throughout a whole year.
The only game that PlayStation even has in the pipeline that might be some semblance of a successful first-person experience coming out is honestly Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet.
Look, I'm going to say right here, PlayStation ain't got shit compared to what Xbox has to offer. At this moment, and PlayStation ain't got shit for what Xbox is about to offer you guys.
Oh, yeah, okay? Absolutely.
So, with the next Xbox, you get Game Pass. Hopefully, still a good value. Then you get Steam that got crazy deals. Bro, I'm not even capping. Crazy deal. Trust me. Then you got Epic. 2 free games every week. Can beat that. Then you got GOG. You know, games with no DRM. You know. Then you got CD keys. Then you got all of the other things that you can use in the PC. You know. So, PlayStation was going to offer you 1 game a year. I mean,
We're focused on consistently delivering at least one tentpole title per year.
Not like this.
Yeah, not like this. That's all they got to offer you. How many games release on Steam every time? Every week?
Hundreds at least.
The console players don't even see. Console players don't even see these games because they're not even coming to console like that. They release first on PC and then they release on console. Ready or not. Ready or not. Console just got Ready or Not. We've been playing Ready or Not for years. Come on, bro. You can beat that shit. Sony PlayStation needs to come out next generation swinging. They need to open up their ecosystem. If they don't do that, they're going to be left behind. Matter of fact, they're already behind. They are. What games do they have? Okay. What games do they have? Tell me, bro. Death Stranding 2. Ghost of Jote for a whole year. 2 games. Look at Xbox. Beginning of the year about. Start from midnight. Then we got Doom. All those 3. We got Ninja Gaiden Black 2. Right? That counts too because it was an amazing remaster. What else? Then we got fucking Grounded 2. Then we got Ninja Gaiden 4. Then we got Outer Worlds. Then we got Call of Duty. Then we got High on Life. Then we got Ponies Crying. Then we got Ponies Crying and telling you Xbox ass. Not even, bro, I don't know what else to say. This is crazy.
I mean, at the very least, we can always say that if Xbox ever stops porting their games, which I don't think they're going to because they want money and higher profits. We all know this. But if they ever stop porting anything that they make to the PlayStation is going to be dead. Completely and utterly dead. They're going to have the casuals that are going to play Fortnite, Roblox, and COD. Maybe Battlefield.
Listen.
But they're not going to have anything.
PlayStation will be successful next generation again. Because this is what is it called? Heritage, right? Brand heritage. They created a buzz, right, for decades, and people that don't really know about video games still believe that PlayStation is the top platform to play on. Okay, and when it comes to sales and popularity, undeniably, PlayStation takes the cake. But when it comes to real shit that gamers actually want, I mean, you can beat Xbox that comes with Steam and PC shit next generation. I know a lot of people are saying, no, what they're selling you is a preview that you can configure or, you know what I mean, customize yourself. Like, who gives a shit? You like, it's the same thing that they give you as a console, a pre-build that you can customize. It's the same shit. So I don't really get it, bro. You guys need to stop listening to weirdos and dumbasses and people with, like, you know, no weight in their brains. You actually had to do it, man. Look, create your own opinion about what's going on and what's taking place here. We're talking about revolutionizing what gaming is as a whole. We're not talking about, oh, next gen, whatever. We're talking about something that's going to change shit up, you know? And look, the fact is, and I'm going to say it right here, maybe I don't need the next Xbox because I already have a PC. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If you have an Xbox or a PlayStation, you are going to need the PC part of things. If you really want a game and all of you guys be like, oh, yeah, I'll buy the system because I need to be able to access all the games. I can miss on any games. How you looking now, bro? Really goofy. Because you're missing out on the biggest part of game that is bigger than PlayStation itself and what PlayStation has to offer. I mean,
I think Dirk Griggity put it the best in one of his tweets that he had. He said, when the Game Pass price went up to $30 and y'all jumped ship and canceled your Game Pass so much that it crashed the website, okay, all y'all look stupid because even as that was happening, Xbox was already set to release another 6 games.
Yeah.
And there's still one more to come, at least one more to come by the end of this year. And that's not including what they're going to show at the VGAs We already know they're
Oh
getting
yeah,
Fable
the
next year,
partner showcase that they have announced. Partner
and
showcase
they just had the ID at Xbox the other day.
at the
That
Xbox with
thing,
a lot of indies that were crazy.
I will
It was
say,
really good. Yeah.
they want to tout graphics like The Last of Us 2 and Death Stranding 2 that are only on the PlayStation temporarily. And then they want to, hype it up that when it goes to PC, it gets all that much better graphics. I saw indie games and AA games that were at that showcase in the very beginning that rivaled or surpassed Death Stranding 2 and The Last of Us. With some
I
of
had
those,
to check it out because I was watching. Shout out to Go Classic. She was
it was
actually
good.
reviewing the thing, and she
Yeah,
was saying that it was good and shit. But I didn't get to actually watch it because I was driving, so I was just listening and shit.
it is worth the
But,
watch.
but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking it out. But let me see what you guys have to say, man. We got blah, 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 blah. Illegal Dot saying, I picked up on this years ago. My friends used to game until last gen. Now they just scroll through TikTok and Instagram. And that's, sometimes they're playing and in between rounds, they're on TikTok and Instagram. Some of them get kicked out of the servers because they idle playing on Instagram, posting or whatever. And then that's just like, new generation how it works. We got the Archangel Nexus in the house. Microsoft owns the most eyeballs, and the only competition in that regard is mobile. Satya was just keeping it real. There you go, man. Illegal Data as well saying people like Mikey Barra and Tim Dog are so out of touch. These old dudes are best friends now because misery loves company. Well, the Team Dog curse, man. He was trying to come back to Xbox, and we're like, nah, we don't want you back here, bro. B Money King in the house. What's up, Army Xbox? What's going on, player? 4700 is a PC that uses the PS5 board. The difference is just unlocked. No, I mean, the PS5 and the Xbox are both PCs with limited options. That's all there is. The pre-builds that you can customize. That's all there is. That people don't want to understand that they're PCs. They're like simplified PCs. Like, PC for dummies, literally. That's what they did. And there's really nothing wrong with that because I know a lot of people don't fuck with PC like that. But to say that that the computing doesn't exist in consoles is just absurd. It's just absurd. We got Bert Brizzle in the house, man. What's going on? Lycos45 saying GOG is awesome. Yeah, I love it, man. Zero DMR. These games out there don't have DMR. So if you really like to game like that,
DRM.
DRM. Yeah, I always get it. DRM. Yeah, exactly. Illegal Dot saying Intergalactic will flop. Casuals will like The Last of Us have moved on. I don't know, man. I don't know what type of game they're making. That's, first off.
You want to know? Go look at No More Heroes 3. That's what they're trying to make.
Oh, okay. So probably I won't like it. So we'll see. No More Heroes is a good game, though. So the Eternal D87 saying, I got Batman Arkham Origins, and you can find that in any storefront except on PC. And look, to all the people concerned about the libraries, let me tell you something. Steam has it all, literally. And if you want to go beyond, right, and do more research on how you can get some of the old 360 original Xbox and even PS2 titles and PS3, you can do so and still get them via emulation or via other websites and things like that. So I mean, that's something that's also value right there in your gaming. Steam and PC stores, definitely. Yep. The sales on Steam are insane.
Wasn't the most recent one the fall sale like 75% off, like 90% of their store?
There's some crazy shit. Not to mention whenever there's a Steam Next, you can check out all the upcoming games and all their demos that they're not available on console either, guys. Look, PlayStation charge you for demos. You need to have PS Plus to check out some of the demos. And on Steam, they're free. Matter of fact, I was checking out this funny game. Don't make fun of me. That I seen on Twitter because I follow a lot of indie developers. Shout out to all the indie developers out there putting in work and limited budgets out there trying to bring amazing games. And there's this game called The Mexican Ninja, and I'm like, nah, wait, I have to go out and check it out, bro. Let me tell you something. The Mexican Ninja slaps. It's actually pretty fucking cool. And look, don't call Ice, man, but the Mexican Ninja is going hard. Go ahead and check it out on Steam. The demo. I'll probably go ahead and make a little video about it, like a little short, because I think it'll be like a fun little piece of content that you guys will enjoy. Yeah, go ahead and check out the Mexican Ninja. Shout out to Next Gen Nero, bro. How you feeling, bro? I know you've been like, like kind of sick and shit. I hope you're doing well. I would love to have you in the show any of these days. Like, let me know down there. Like, whenever you want to come, whenever you're free, if you got free time, let's come and hang out. And bro, yeah, let's connect, bro. Let's talk shit. We got a Space Shot in the house. Xbox Next Gen confirmed again. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's sad that we have to go ahead and repeat ourselves the way that we do. It's like Xbox is living. Paul Tassi, and I called him out the other day. He said Xbox won't exist in 5 years. And then when Sarabon and all these interviews come out, he said, "Oh, next generation of Xbox looks interesting or it has potential." So I'm like, bro, like, which one is it, man? You have to pick a side, right? Like, you can be keeping like, information change. He even retweeted my tweet, which, by the way, I was too ratio him, which is the funniest shit ever. He has millions of followers. I don't even got 1,000 followers. So, bro, just keep it real. Just say you don't like Xbox and move on. You don't need to be forcing yourself to play on Xbox.
The worst part about it is he didn't even admit he was wrong or post retraction. He just posts something new and moves on like nothing's changed. Like that's what he always said. That's the disingenuous part.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand if he said, "Hey, I was wrong before. Xbox will still be here in 5 years. This is why I'm changing my mind." But he didn't even do that.
Yeah, the thing is that we can be wrong, and now it's so hard for all the influencers, content creators to go back on the word and say I fucked up. They so scared about what people have to say. But you know what? You have to, man. You have to have ethic, and you have to recognize when you messed up and when you're being biased as well, because I think that'll help you become a better person at the end of the day. And look, I've been wrong before. I'm never gonna hide when I'm wrong before. I'm never gonna hide when I had a wrong opinion about anything. But I try to stay away from statements like Ghost Yote will flop. I try to stay away from statements like PlayStation will die next generation. I try to stay away from those type of statements because you never know. And it's bad for me to say the PlayStation now because Xbox has all of this is gonna die. I can tell you it would happen if Sony PlayStation didn't do anything, and I can tell you what I think is gonna happen, but I'm not gonna say for sure this is what's gonna happen because that's disingenuous and that's not the truth, because I don't know. You don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Maybe Xbox mess up.
That's like them running with the leaks saying Xbox are being pulled off the shelves. Oh, Xbox is already getting out of the hardware business. And then they come out and say, "Hey, we're still making hardware." And then they want to believe some randos on Reddit that say that, they're taking 2-year-old screenshots and running with it as gospel that this is what's happening now.
Yeah.
And then when you go and you look at PlayStation, they'll never put their games on PC. Nearly everything that they have, 98% of their games are on PC. They'll never put games on Xbox. Helldivers 2. It's not going to be their tempo titles. They're going to put more. I have a feeling that the VGAs are going to be the first time they're going to show something like that.
Here's the thing, Power Boss. They are already giving up because they know that next generation, there's no way out for them. And you know what? They can pull out from PC because they're already counting on that revenue for their financials. How can you take that away from them?
Best.
Yep.
He said it best. Putting games on PlayStation onto PC is like PlayStation printing money.
Yep. And what do you think?
That's literally what it is.
Yep.
They want to make money. Absolutely.
We got Dion Landon in the house saying anyone that left Xbox because of the price increase would regret comeback. Fools, all of them. Next Gen Nero in the house as well saying Outer Worlds 2 looks amazing on the Series X. Been playing Breath of the Wild for the first time on the Switch 2 looks amazing. Yote and Death Stranding 2 are gorgeous. Great looking games. Love it. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody who can appreciate all the games for what they are, dude. And I could have a different opinion on the games, but I can't deny that they look good. All of them. that he mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Are they for me? Maybe not. But I can admit that they're well done. And that's the thing that everybody has to come to their senses and be like, okay, this is not for me, but I can understand that this is well done. And this might be for somebody else who's gonna actually appreciate. But Black Ops Season Game Pass, yo, ABK be killing it. We so happy playing, the fanboys be hating it. Pony be so cynical, they rather pay the 70. They pay for PS Plus, that makes no sense to me. Xbox got no games, that's why they keep on telling me. Conquer DOA, I be green like a celery. You playing console sales, me and you are not the same. Shout out to the gamers that just care about the games. Yeah, we got the crazy one. Oh,
I thought it was over. So wait, we're done.
Hold the ponies right now. Hold the ponies.
What's up, man? What's good?
What up? Happy Halloween, crazy. Man. Thank you for stopping by.
I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I gotta say, I'm tired. We had another family situation, but this one was on my wife's side. And so she calls me late around 12:30 last night. She's like, well, you know, right now we're taking my mom's dad to the hospital. She's not feeling well. I'm like, oh, okay, give me a call. You know, I'll wait. You know, do you need me there? She's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, okay, because she works out of town. She has her home out of town and she works out of town because she exports pineapple. So, yeah, I was up till like 4 a.m. waiting for her call. And if I did not call her to see what's happening, I wouldn't know. Falling asleep. Because then when I call her, she's like, oh, she's fine. She's doing better. I'm like, why didn't you call me? I've been waiting like forever for you to say something. I was worried. But anyways, happy to be here. What are the subjects today? What are we killing today?
Happy Halloween, Louis. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Yeah, been a crazy Halloween for me. Yeah.
Man, we've been talking about, like, you know, all the latest news, basically. We talked about the Power World versus Nintendo situation, how Power is winning the battle. We're so excited. We're so happy that, you know, that justice, right, is being served, right? We're talking about the Halo campaign, Halo Evolved, and our thoughts on that. You know, Outer Worlds and Ninja Gaiden launch, and now we're talking about the situation with Satya Nadella. And, you know, with TikTok, what he mentioned, the media is competing with media, all of that. We're trying to make some sense out of it. So, you have anything to say about any of the topics, please go ahead and feel free to jump in, man.
Here's the thing, though, right? I mean, on Wednesday, when Silent Cypher was there, someone came by and said the same thing about the whole TikTok situation that they didn't understand. And I remember me telling them that if you have a cell phone, I don't know if your cell phones do that. Like, for example, my iPhone tells me every week, like, which app I've been hanging out around too much, or how much hours do I put into it, and all this stuff. So when Nadella came out and he mentioned that our biggest competitor is TikTok, there's not only TikTok, there's also Netflix, there's also all this stuff that's out here that actually do take time away from gaming. And it does, because I explained to the guys in the chat earlier that same day that listen, what he meant was that when, let's say, since I don't have an Xbox out, let's say I go to work, right? And if I have some downtime, of course I'm gonna grab my cell phone, I'm gonna watch some videos. Now, if I had my Xbox Ally X, right, I would be, okay, let me go in, let me play a little bit before, you know, I start working up again. Let's say my lunch hour or something. I play a little bit of games and then go back instead of watching TikTok, or dedicating a time to a movie Netflix, or dedicating my time to YouTube Shorts or something like that. This same situation happened because after we talked about it in the morning, later on during the day, I see an Austin Evans video, which was a really good video. Shout out to him, really good job on the video he did. And pretty much the same topics we've all been talking about. Me, you, Power Boss. I mean, all of us have been talking about how the next Xbox should be. Austin Evans pretty much talked the same language as we all did. And when he came to the point of TikTok, he said, this is kind of interesting because I remember I saw an article a couple years ago from Netflix, and it said Netflix's biggest competitor is sleep. Sleep is Netflix's biggest competitor. It's not HBO Max. It's not nothing like that, because at the end of the day, what Netflix wants is for you to sit down and watch Netflix 24/7 or 72 hours. Or, you know, that's what they want.
You could add work You could have dinner. You could have shower. You can have any other activity that requires you to step away from the TV. Keep going.
Yeah, because that's the thing though. Like right now in these times, right? It wasn't like back in the day. Back in the day, what we used to do is when we had downtime, we used to flip through channels to find a good movie or watch something good to watch. Nowadays, it's much more easier to access to a good movie. It's much more easier to access to a good TV series. It's much more easier to watch this stuff. Even on TikTok, sometimes TikTok, I go in there and let me tell you something. I'm a fan of Judge Judy. I love me some Judge Judy. I love Judge Judy, right? And sometimes TikTok has got like all the Judge Judy episodes. I'm like, yeah, I'm watching Judge Judy right here while I'm taking a shower or something. Like, they will hold a sense of, I'm listening to Judge Judy, you know? Oh, man. But that's how it is.
Yeah, I don't need to know what you're doing in the shower.
Wait, there's nothing wrong with listening to Judge Judy in the shower. You actually learn stuff, you know?
I don't need to know that.
It's okay, you know. I'm using this as an example, you know. I'm throwing myself out there as an example to tell everybody what he meant by the whole TikTok situation. Because the thing is, people are like, I don't understand. Make it make sense. If you did not get it, I mean, it's simple. And the funny thing is, they're like, oh, he never mentioned Xbox. He just mentioned the console. I sat there and I look at it. I'm like, okay, so what is the only console that Microsoft has? I mean, is there another one? Powerbots, have you heard about another one?
Oh, sure.
I mean, is there another console out there? Demo, is there another console out there?
But it's not an Xbox. That one doesn't count.
Oh, no. But I'm saying under the exactly. But at the end of the day, though.
Yeah. Their points are useless. They dumb as hell. The points that they make. And it's like
they even to make it what was it? Sarah Bond said that Windows is going to be the primary platform going forward, which Xbox has always been developed on.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, they want to throw in this slander. They want to, saying like, oh, you're going to become PC guys. I'd rather be on the console side. Blah blah. Well, that's your choice. If you want to sit there on PlayStation, go ahead and sit on PlayStation. I'm going to go where it evolves. I'm going to go where it makes it easier for me to play games. Because again, look, time is a problem for all of us, and us as adults, like sitting here, parking our butts here to play on a console is getting harder for us. Now, when we got handhelds, when we got mobile, when we got tablets and all this stuff for us to take cheap, smart TVs for us to log in and all this stuff, then it makes it easier for us to keep on gaming wherever we are at around the world. And that's the thing that they don't get. I don't have to carry. And I've used this as an example before. I used to grab the PS5 and put it in my book bag like I did when we were kids. Don't you remember? You grab your suitcase, then pack my Nintendo and let me take at least like 5 or 10 cassettes, because at the end of the day, I might get bored with these 5 and take 10 just in case. And all of a sudden that thing got up to like 20 pounds, just the Nintendo stuff, right? Imagine this. You got to carry that big ass 18-pound console that I have, right? Put it in there, put a couple of CDs in there and take it with me and carry it on my back. Nah, I'm sorry. I'd rather take a small device, just
and that's also not including the peripherals like the controllers, the second controller if you wanted to play with friends, if you take it over their house. A LAN network cable in some cases where you hook up multiple consoles so you had separate TVs.
Yeah.
I mean, all of those factored into everything. Yes, all the power cables and all the other stuff too.
Yeah. I use that as an example too. I did a show, right, where I told everyone that how much has Xbox evolved, especially on the multiplayer side of things. Because back in the day, I even got an old TV back there, right? One of those old what's those TV called? Big box TVs?
CRT. Cathode ray tubes.
Yeah, CRT TVs, right? So I grabbed the CRT and I was walking and said, this is what we had to do. We had to take our Xbox, put it in the bag, we had to take this. And the Xbox was actually a bit bigger, right? Put it in the bag, put the controllers in, and then you have to walk with that thing down the stairs. You have to walk down the stairs with that big ass TV and the Xbox in your bag, hoping that it doesn't fall. And when you get to your car, you open up that car door, you're like, wait, let me add a towel or something, because that's another thing. I had to take a towel. So that because the TV sometimes dug into the seat, and when you move it up and forth, it can break the seat. You're like, I have to put the towel down there. And then got to your friend's house, get the TV, get the backpack, go up to your friend, plug the TV. Oh, Lord.
Very convenient.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the funniest narratives that I've seen online is like they're turning all of you Xbox into PC players. You guys are not seeing that you are getting turned into a PC player. I'm like, get the fuck out of, who cares? Like, who cares about none of that? And by the way, like, they giving you access to like the best thing out there to game, dude. They giving you access to the best thing to game. Why are you complaining? And then making it easier so you don't have to deal with the side of the PC things. So I don't know if you've seen, but I had a poll in which I asked everybody or my community, like, which one add more value to their gaming, PC stores, Steam, like Epic and all of that, or the PlayStation exclusives, and it was 97-3 or 93-8, something like that. Yeah. Like the value that you get from gaming, I mean, that you're gonna get from this Xbox is gonna be insane. I just hope that they can do something about the price, because that's another thing, another narrative. It's gonna be $1,200, $1,500. Like, when have they talked about a price? When have they said anything about the price? Like, why? Where all this?
I mean, they didn't even release the price of the Xbox ROG Ally until a week before it actually launched.
Yeah, 2 weeks probably. I think it was 2 weeks tops. 2 weeks a week. Yeah,
just like they creating all these narratives because
the funniest part about that same flip side of that coin is they're saying that the PS6 is going to be more powerful than the PS5 Pro and cost $600. I'm sorry, it's not going to be any cheaper than $50 more than what the PS5 Pro is.
But wait. Remember one thing. When the PS6 releases, watch this. It's going to be just the box, $600. And you got to pay $50 for the power cord. Then you got to pay $50 for the HDMI
They're
cable.
going to cut more things out of it.
HDMI cable? They're going to sell you that too?
Yeah, they're gonna add the stand for $40 more and the CD for $100. You know, chat. I'm just kidding. You know, I'm just throwing some slander out there. I'm just messing around. They'll take it like I'm being serious about it.
I know. Shout out to Dave in the house, man. Shout out to you, man. How you doing?
What's up, Dave? How you doing, man?
Let's see what chat I have to say, and then we get back into clapping pony cheeks. Look, we got Next Gen Nero saying, "I'm feeling much better, bro. Appreciate it." And then he says, and that's why I fuck with you, bro. It's best just to give your honest opinion on what's in front of you instead of jumping off the ledge with crazy takes. And that's true, bro. Like, I don't do crazy premonitions, and I'm like, that's wild. And we got a space shot in the building saying Sony Studios are recording from the cancellations of the zigzagging. They will figure it out and they'll have hits, and that's good for us. Yeah, of course. That's what we said. They are gonna eventually find their stride, and they eventually will deliver certain games that are gonna be good. But we don't know when. And what they have announced is Wolverine. That's all they have. Saddles. You could argue the Saddles is the last thing since a slice of bread, but I promise you that it's gonna be all right. But it's not gonna break any records. It's not gonna break the internet. It's gonna be a good game, decent game, perhaps. We don't know yet, but it's not gonna be this big hit that everybody's gonna be, oh shit, let me get a PlayStation just to play Saddles. It's not gonna move the needle like that. Jules in the house saying, I don't care about these platform wars anymore. No one cares. The only ones that care about these are the Sony ponies, bro. Ain't nobody care.
I mean, I put out a tweet yesterday just for fun, right? And the funny thing about that tweet is, ask me, was I in that store? That wasn't even my picture, because I live in Dominican Republic. That was a picture that Silent Cypher took. And I was like, let me use this for a moment. Let me just post it out there just for fun. See what happens. I'm sitting at 45K of people. Just because of that picture, because I said, oh no, it's everywhere. No.
That's it. It went viral.
It went viral.
You know why?
Why?
This is the same thing they do. It works. They look for something that they know is gonna steer the pot, And that's what they use. And that's the engagement that they're getting. And these people are getting
It's
engagement on hate.
on
But
hate, yeah,
we're doing so much better because we're getting the engagement on facts and
on
shit that's
facts.
actually going on. So, let them do the thing. Let them hustle. Let them go ahead and beg for them clicks and revenue and all this shit. Let them go ahead and go crazy. We're doing our own thing. We're doing fine. We don't need to be lying to you and telling you, oh no, Sony PlayStation is dead. We don't need to be
Exactly.
telling you, Hiroki Totoki just won PlayStation to sell CDs and movies. We're not lying about shit. And look, our conscience, we're clean. We're chilling.
Yeah.
We're going to Haven, straight up. These motherfuckers, they're going to purgatory the way they're acting right now. Like they don't even know what they're doing now because they can really make their minds.
No, they can't. They can't. I even said, make it make sense. I mean, I posted a picture and they started saying it's sitting there for 9 months. I said, but wait, didn't you guys say 2 or 3 weeks ago it's been pulled out of stores? Make it make sense. And then someone said, oh, AI is getting out of hand. And I started to say, well, it came back. I said, ladies and gentlemen, it came from dead to not going to be in stores to now it's all AI. Like I said, make it make sense. You guys need to make sense out there with your comments. And all I did was just post it for fun. Was posting for fun. I did not know that thing was gonna go viral that way. And it did. I'm just laughing with all the responses, and they're coming on aggressive. Like, come here, you guys fight. Let's pick a fight. Let's do this. I'm like, what are you fighting with me about?
So somebody said, let's wait until the buy-in to see if they're gonna restock. I one of the comments. I'm like, what? What the fuck?
I'll be right back. Let me pick up this phone call. Be right back.
Yeah, go for it, bro. Everyone hit the like button. Go ahead and do what WebDev says, because what WebDev says is what he says. Shout out to him. Oh man, we got Riot Gaming. What's good, player? Good to have you around. Like and share for sure, man. Let's get it. Hardware cost down is not a thing right now. Yeah, I don't think hardware is gonna go down anytime soon. Even though
I think it's going to, but it's not going to be until the launch of the next gen consoles. The only reason why I can see a PS6 being quote unquote $600 is if they drop the regular base PS5, the Slim, and the PS5 Pro down drastically. That is literally the only way. But if they do that, the Xbox is going to be able to do the same thing. And they don't seem to understand that. And they're not going to want to do that because what is PlayStation and Xbox doing right now? They are not selling the consoles at a loss, and they haven't been for at least a year now.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah. When I was looking into hardware because I need to upgrade my PC I'm doing this mainly because I want to give you guys better content, better quality, but also because I know GTA is coming and it might be a heavy game, and I'm a little scared that my computer may not be able to handle it. So I was looking at some of the parts, and they're cheaper now than what they were probably a year ago. And the thing about GPUs, they going down on price, right? Because I'm trying to get the 5080. But if Nvidia stops making them, they will go up in price. So that might be what we're getting now with with Xbox, and what the price of the hardware is going up is because they're not making them anymore as much. They decreasing the productivity of it because they're getting ready for next gen. So this is a trend that's happening in hardware throughout the whole industry. It's not just Xbox and PlayStation, it's throughout the whole industry. So it was interesting to see, right, that trend when I was looking for for PC parts. Now, we got here Lycos 45 in the house saying only thing crazy about demo is his Call of Duty gameplay. I was going hard in that game. Yeah, I was going hard. Shout out to you, bro. Space Shot saying, yeah, these single player games aren't going to sell to a 60% of console base anymore.
Now, I will say Space Shot's next comment is a perfect description of what is happening and was going to keep happening up until probably the next console gen launches, which is supposed to be revealed next year, and I'm thinking it's going to be revealed and not released until the following year, 2027.
Yeah. He also said the problem is the costs down are coming from parallelization, which is good for AI and GPU, but not CPU. So just like the PS5 Pro, games will be CPU bound. We'll see because there's different types of games. There's CPU bound, there is GPU bound, there's also mix. So a game like Outer Worlds is very CPU heavy. Game like Call of Duty is more GPU heavy. So we'll have to see where things are going. But one thing is for sure, if you want to build a PC now, is a very good time now. Black Friday and shit. I don't want to sell you a PC, but bro, I was about to pick up the 5080 for $900. I see one was $900. Fire. But what I'm trying to do first is I'm gonna upgrade the base of my computer. There's a motherboard, CPU, and my RAM, right? And I'm gonna do that one in one stage. And the other thing I'm gonna do is that after I'm done with that stage, I'm gonna upgrade my GPU and my power supply. Now, with the parts that I'm removing from my PC, that I'm replacing the old parts, with the old parts, I'm gonna make another extra PC to use it for streaming. So stay tuned for that, because when I got that PC ready to go for streaming with the 3080 and then the 5080, that combo is gonna go hard. We're gonna be streaming here in 4K. I don't know, it's gonna go hard. So looking forward to that. And investing in my setup, because I think it's gonna be worth it to give you guys better content. And I don't know if you know about this, Crazy Louis, but YouTube is changing now the quality of the thumbnails. Now you are gonna be able to upload 4K quality thumbnails, which is
nice. But hey, chat, real quick, confirm this man is building a PC to do his OnlyFans streams. Remember that, chat. Tune into OnlyFans. You're gonna have his OnlyFans stream right there.
I've also been now extremely hard and on a diet, so, to look good for you guys while I shake it for the the thing is, man. Shout out to FarQ. Hey, Luke, it's Pony Libre. How you doing, Crazy Luke? Crazy Luke, did you take a picture, a screenshot of your costume?
Yeah. Oh, I did the stream yesterday of my costume. I came in, singing the Sony PlayStation fan song. We had a lot of fun. But I got to a point where the chat said, "Luke, stop being a fan. Is getting annoying." So I said, "Okay, time to cool down the whole PlayStation persona." Hey, they're honest. Chat tells you what it tells you. It's funny for a little bit, but it's getting annoying. I got. I said, okay,
unless you're in, it's Alex's community, then they egg them on.
Yeah. And shout out to Do Dark, because he's been pulling up this what is it, Tony the Pony, that character, and it's just like all the time. He had a song with Kids Move. I know a lot of Xbox fans hate it, the 4 games only, whatever. I don't know if you've seen it, bro. It's a banger. Shout out to them. They did a really good job. And I think that's something that as a community, right, regardless of how you feel about one console, the other, one ecosystem, one platform, what not, we should applaud and highlight when people do creative shit like this. That is dope. And shout out to Kids Move and shout out to Dog Dar, because they really put it off. I actually got that shit on my playlist. Shout out to them. So many fun. I like the content creators, bro. Do shit like that.
Yeah,
they go outside the box. They and they do fun shit with their communities. And I encourage everybody to go ahead and do shit like this, because people want to see you in a less serious note. They want to connect with you, and I love doing that shit too. I come out here with the pony head sometimes, and I be, you know what I mean? And it's
just get them mad, because they get mad with the easiest stuff. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why they get so mad about everything? We just here having fun and laughing. That's how we just
video games, dude, at the end of the day. So I do watch content creators from all sides, because it's always good to listen and see what they at, and where everything is going, and also see some of the bullshit they say, just to make their fans happy, which I also can't criticize too much, because they need to keep the people with hope and give some sort of hope to the viewers. Because seriously, it's super hard to be a PlayStation content creator. All these content creators, they're saying that we're being turned into PC players, but they're being turned into Xbox content creators.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all they do.
That's all they do. Listen. For the past month, if I sit here and I look at my channel, right, how the flow is going for the past month, all I've been talking about is Xbox. Now let's take a look at their channels. All they've been talking about is Xbox. There's no PlayStation news.
How many of them stream Ghost of Yotai?
Exactly. I was going to get to that because they'd rather talk about Xbox. They literally killed their own game pretty much. I mean, I know it sold pretty well. I know it did pretty good. But at the end, though, it would have sold more if you guys did not focus so much on trying to kill Xbox. It's like they got a game for it.
I don't think it sold that well.
What?
Listen.
I don't think it sold that well.
This is exactly
what Satya Nadella is saying.
I've seen one streamer streaming it.
Oh, I know that's one streamer streaming, but I'm telling you what Matt Piscatella said because Matt Piscatella said it so well. You know, I don't know the exact number, but he said it so well, so I believe it did so well. You know, I'm just facing for what he said, though. You know, but at the end of the day, though, even though it did so well, it should have sold better because it's a sequel to a game that already sold 10 million copies, and that's another thing. Like every time I see a sequel, I'm like, okay, let's see how it does with with the last one. But I'm seeing because these guys focus so much on Xbox, literally, like Yote is just sitting there, like nobody's actually talking about it like nowadays, except for us, because we mentioned it, saying, "Why don't y'all talk about it?" They don't. They don't. They just don't.
And then they get mad when we bring it up to them too.
Yeah, and this is what Satya Nadella was saying.
Yeah,
you are competing with those sort of media because this is taking your attention away.
Exactly.
Going to this Sony Bonnie podcast, the Crossfires, and all of that is taking that attention away from you playing games. And you are so excited for the fucked up Xbox future that you are actually not enjoying what you get from PlayStation, which is
exactly,
literally the bare minimum. Let's keep it real, the bare minimum. And that's just how it goes. Look, this is a setup that they had with the Rogue Ally. This is not an Xbox, so that they can say when next generation drop, it is not an Xbox. If in case of the next generation, because they can see the future and how cool this whole idea of bringing PC and Xbox and console together is, in case that they get beat by it or PlayStation get beat by it and the trend changes and how we play games and what's popular changes, they're already setting it up so just in case. Oh yeah, but you know what? Xbox had to turn into a PC to be PlayStation. That's the whole setup. I know, bro. I know these ponies. I've been studying these ponies, bro, since 2016, bro. I promise you. I got about 10 years. I'm about to hit a decade of experience dealing with ponies, man. Because back in the day there was no social media. You engage in these sort of debates with like people you would know, right? But now in social media you see even more weird takes because it's like, since they not showing their face, because it's the people with I know people get offended when I say this, the people with the anime pictures, you know what I mean, the anime avatars that you don't even know what they look like and all of that shit. Those are the people who are the most vocals, but they don't even show their faces.
Exactly.
So since they don't show their faces, they trolling. Why? Because you can really call them out like you an idiot because like you are literally talking to an avatar of an anime girl. So it's like, how can I call you an idiot if I don't even know what you look like? I want to see what you look like and call you an idiot to your face. You know what I'm saying? So that I can associate you with a real person, not a cartoon. So, anyways, Xbox future is exciting. PC, bringing PC to the console is a very good idea. I don't care what y'all say. Steam, Epic Games, you get 2 games every 2 fucking weeks. 2 games, dude, free. Like all the Rogue Ally homies right now, you need to make yourself an Epic account and claim them. Sometimes they give bankers. Matter of fact, the original Death Stranding was given away there, the director's cut.
By the way, Crazy Louie, have you seen BG Flight School's calendar that he made?
Who made a calendar? What?
BG Flight School.
Fights. Yeah.
No.
BG Flight School. He predicted everything that was going to happen, and so far, he's only been wrong once. And not that he was wrong; it was just something that was omitted that he added later.
Oh, nice.
So far,
I've never seen that.
So far, he hasn't been wrong yet.
Oh, nice. He's gonna be the Nostradamus to gaming then.
Let me
He
pull
is
it out. Let me pull out
predicting-
the calendar. Shout out to BG5s. I'll
He
try to
is-
play
That's
the
good.
show one of these days.
He is predicting
He's-
every move that they are making
He's
100%.
a busy guy. But
And look
well,
at this.
yeah, we got in October 16, Xbox is then Random Forum Live Improv. Now we got 23. In the 23, the release of Ninja Gaiden Cannibalization. The roguelike didn't sell, and Xbox devs keep go up. That's why his crash. He got that wrong, so he replaced it. And now we got Outer Worlds 2 on the 29th, Steam. Players and nobody's playing it. And then we got Xbox is dead on the 30, Xbox to sell Bethesda on the 31. So he got some.
Oh shit! No, because of course he has to come out with all this stuff. Because look, this month it's all been bad rumor talk on Xbox. It's been, Xbox is dead. Xbox is this. Because all because of the price tag, Game Pass price tag. They decided like, okay, let's go out there. All social media, everyone giving me the news. Everyone decided to focus on let's kill Xbox. There's an opportunity to go ahead and kill it. For the past, let me see, like the past months, there hasn't been that much Xbox dead news until the Game Pass price of this. This is an opportunity. Let's go out there. Let's make the money we did not make throughout the year because news has been slow. Because, it's been great showcases and all that stuff, but after showcases, everything was kind of like a little bit quiet. And some things were thrown out, some things, yeah. But then Game Pass price, like, okay, let's go tackle it. It's been pulled out from stores. It's dying.
Yep.
They have made up so much stuff that I just sit here. I'm like, whoa, why all this all of a sudden? Like, all of a sudden, all this wave of bad news for nothing. Because at the end of the day, what did it do? Jack shit. That's what it did. Jack shit. Nothing.
I got a question for you, Louis.
What's up?
I know Demo said he didn't yet, but he's going to. Did you watch the ID at Xbox presentation the other day?
Yes, I did, sir. Yes, I did.
What did you think of some of those games?
Oh my God, man. Oh my. Here's the thing, though, and I keep saying this on my channel and everything. Indie games right now are what kicking. I mean, if I'm excited for AAA games, like crazy excited, I'm not like, like not speaking the truth on that. Like, of course I get excited when I see it, like, oh wow, this is cool. But at the end of the day, I'm more focused on the indie games because indie games, for example, this generation we had Texas Chainsaw Massacre, RoboCop, which is one of the best games out there. RoboCop is on the dot, one of the best games out there. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Shout out to Miles and the team. And also they're making the Halloween game that I'm actually looking forward to. I mean, bro, it's been crazy. We got the Terminator 2D game coming up in November now. We have all this stuff happening from all these games that, we've wanted. We got to have a He-Man game coming up, something that we never had as a kid, and now we're getting a He-Man game. I mean, bro, it's been an amazing gen with these indie developers and AA games. Been an amazing gen. Not only that, for example, right now, I know Demoflo is playing his Ninja Gaiden. And now he's playing his Outer Worlds 2, right?
I
have not touched Ninja Gaiden. I have not touched Outer Worlds 2. I have not touched Silent Hill F. I have not finished Expedition 33. I've not done all that because first off, when Helldivers came, I started to play Helldivers. And then someone said, Lou, go play Supermarket Sim. That was we
were just talking about it.
I'm stuck with Supermarket Sim. I'm right now level 62, right? And the more I find out the game, like for example, now I find out that if you have once you level up, you got enough money, right? Buy a truck because you can go to the store, pick up the things half price, literally half price, and start banking on those items. You bring up to the store, start selling, you start banking on them in order to get that money back real fast. And so last night I was like, okay, I got to reorganize my storage. I got to have dairy products. I got to have the dry products over here, the beer and all this stuff in all these areas. So that way I can go with my truck and pick up everything, quicker and bring it back to the storage, right? But man, that's all I've been playing. I've been playing Supermarket Sim. I've not had the chance. Oh, and Keeper too. I have not played Keeper either, which is a one-sit game. Because I've been stuck with that game. And yes, the indies are kicking butt. There's going to be a trading card game coming up that's got like Supermarket Sim that I'm excited for. Mouse PI, I said I'm not going to watch this because I'm tired of watching.
They already have that.
Okay.
I want it to be released. I want Mouse Piano to be released and get it done. You
No,
don't have to
no. The trading card simulator is already released.
Oh, I know it's on PC, but it's not a console. Though. It's not
Right,
a
it's coming to console. Okay,
It's coming to console. Yeah,
and it's supposed to get a new update when it comes to console too.
Oh, we're gonna have fun with that. I mean, there's so much to play. And one of the games I saw, and I was with Silent, that I was like, man, Silent, I know me and you're gonna play this game, and I'm gonna be afraid to play with you. Is that ski game? You know, the one with the not the ski game, the one you go down the hill, the sled game. Silent's like, oh Louis, I'm coming after you in that sled game. And that game, you have nothing to do besides just climb up the thing, slide down, go play, have snowball fights, darts, motherboard. That's all you got to do. That's one of the most craziest, amazing games I've ever seen. Such a good chill out game. Also, it's also awesome to see how Balatro and Vampire Survivors combine to bring it in. Oh my God! I said, hold up. You know, I had to get into that. I haven't had the chance to sit down myself and play it because I played on mobile. But man, it's amazing. That indie showcase, I was like, wow, this is good. This is good. This is good. I mean, there was like 10, 15 games I liked.
Now I want to watch. Far Q in the house say my Xbox and PC game library all in one place. Perfect. Can't wait. Yeah,
and don't forget, Far Q, the most important one. PlayStation games.
PlayStation games. Look, Space Shot here. He's breaking it down for y'all, man. We can already write the complaints about the next Xbox. It's just Windows. Windows is bad for gaming. Windows updates, viruses. Why not go with a rock solid platform like PlayStation in the 6th gen instead? There you go.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What did he say? Repeat that again. Hold on. Let me see something. What did he say?
He said already the complaints about the next Xbox. It's just Windows. Windows is bad for gaming. Windows updates, viruses. Why not go with a rock solid platform like the PlayStation in its 6th generation instead?
But wait, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I'd rather get a virus than being hacked.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I'm not kidding you. They don't have the best. They go out. They can say whatever they want. But at the end, we all gotta say is, bro, it gets hacked. That's
here,
it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
My computer has no condom. It's raw. You know, I don't use antivirus, third-party antivirus, because they're bullshit. They a virus itself, monitoring everything that you do. You're better off just using Windows Defense. Works pretty good. Now, the one thing is you cannot be in weird and sketchy websites. That's it. Don't download things from things that you don't know. Don't download unnecessary programs and shovelware that you don't know what they do. You know, be careful what you click on. Use it responsibly. Look, listen. Haven't had a virus since in computers. I think the last time I had a virus was like in 2013.
I think I did too. Yeah.
I got a 2010 or something. I had a blue screen virus that I got.
I had the worm. Wasn't it the worm thing that just kept on putting pop-ups on your window? Like just kept on putting pop-ups.
No. I forgot what that was called. I got the blue screen. The blue screen of death. I don't know if you know.
Oh, the blue screen.
Your shit don't work no more. Exactly. I got that one, but I was younger. I was wilder. I was to go on these crazy websites to watch you know what, and you know that's how I got it. Yeah, and I know y'all did too, and I know you do too on your phone, and you think you're slick, and you think that you can make fun of me because I did something when I was younger, but I know that right now, you know, you guys are doing it too. So don't go ahead and judge me. Only God can judge me.
Exactly.
Only God can judge me.
And PlayStation fanboys cannot judge us on that, because let me tell you something.
They're number one at it.
They're number one at it. Yeah, and it's funny because they say I mean, I remember I was in a PlayStation chat, right, and WhatsApp, and they were and I said, "What are you guys talking about? You guys watch all this stuff and just Twitter?" And they're like, "You know how hard it is to access a thing?" I said, "Even though it's hard, but you guys access it though. You just said it because you tried it."
We've seen the statistics, and the other thing is like Xbox, Microsoft, they have all your data. They know what you do, bro. They know your routine. They know all of it, so they know how to get you on their side because they got you. They got all your info.
And here's the thing that people don't understand. Why is Xbox aiming for this? Why are they aiming for this? And I always tell everybody is this. The problem is right now, social media does, and not everyone knows how to read a room, right? When I'm doing read a room, it's like research, learn what's happening, understand what's going on, what's cooking, what's behind the scenes and everything. So, for example, I remember one person in my chat came in on Wednesday and he was saying, well, because I said Microsoft is aiming to get some of the PC guys over here because on its console right now, right? And I'm telling you, when you sit down and you do the math, right? Let's say from PS3 up to now, let's go back to PS1, right? PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5. You add them all up. There could be one gen, adding all of them up, there could be one gen that has gone up to almost and beyond 300 million consoles sold in total of all of them, right? There could be one gen. But the thing is, that was just that one gen. After that, it's been 250, between 200 and 250, or let's say 200 and 300 million. That's the number in between, right? That's the number that where consoles are going to sell. Now, PC, I remember I did a search. I think it was in 2020, 2021, or 2020. I don't remember what it was. It was sitting at 1.4 bill. Now it's at 1.9 bill. So having 1.9 billion people on the PC side, Microsoft wants to try to grab those guys. To, hey, come over here. Hey, come to my store. Hey, buy over here. Try to hop over here. They want that. And I remember someone on the chat saying, well, what about the Linux guys out there? Linux guys, there's people out there in Linux. I mean, they're not going to be able to grab that. And when I look for some information, because like I always say, Google's your best friend. How many users on Windows use Steam to play games? It's 96% of Steam. Yeah. 96. So imagine Microsoft grabs like at least 10 or 20% of that, and the other 70 stays on Steam, and they just keep on grabbing to try to get it to half and half. I mean, that would be something crazy and amazing if they actually do that. Yeah. Something crazy and amazing. So that's why they're doing this. They're trying to grab that audience that's out there that just keeps on growing and growing and growing. It's not going to stop growing. I mean, PC's growing like crazy. Because if PC is still like let's say the same thing with console, PC gaming was stuck at 600 million, they wouldn't look at it. But now it's at 1.9, it just keeps on growing. They said, okay, let's have a console for the console players, and let's have a PC for the PC players / console, and let's bring them over to this side. Let's try to grab them, bring them to my store, bring them to buy over here. Let's try to do this. They're taking that risk. Now, the thing is, and that is the question, same question Austin Evans is asking, same question that Alex is asking, same question that we're all asking. How is Microsoft going to make it work? They got a lot of work to put into it in order for that to work, where it can be 100% successful. That's the thing.
So
you gotta see how make it
I mentioned this earlier, Louis.
Yeah,
what I think is going to happen that we don't know about as the general public. Yeah. But in order for Xbox and Steam as a partnership to allow Steam and PC platforms for game storefronts to be sold on the Xbox to, quote unquote, work and make money, I have a feeling that if you buy it in the Windows experience, full screen experience that they're coming with this Xbox, whatever, the aggregated library, pay $10, everybody gets a cut. We don't know the split. And you have it on all your library platforms everywhere the game is available.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it all depends like how they're going to sit down and do deals with these guys. It all depends on that. And let's see at the end of the day, how is it going to work? Because look, everybody's seeing it right now. Everybody's opened their eyes. Oh no, as Alex has his eyes open, and we all listen to him. Austin Evans did a video, and he pretty much nailed what we've been talking about, and we also have our eyes open.
Hold on. You say what? What do you say? Austin Evans?
Yeah, Austin.
This is a phrase you've probably heard a lot lately, that the Xbox is dead. While the Xbox team have made some incredibly terrible decisions over the last year, I have to say that Xbox is not dead.
Mm-hmm.
He said it.
Yeah, he said it. And so when we sat there, when I remember sitting there on Wednesday afternoon, listening to that video, I said, let me send it to Silent.
Go watch that video, bro. Austin,
watch that video.
It is an amazing content creator. It's extremely fun to watch. But what he said here is the truth. Go ahead and watch it with no bias.
Yeah.
He has no bias.
That's how it is, because and that's another thing. Because for example, right? Let me ask you guys a question, and a serious question on this: what does Xbox have to get better for their next console if it's going to have a Windows experience or anything? What would you like guys to see for it to get better? Because that's something that me and Simon talked about. Because again, I'm not the biggest techie guy. All I do is I sit here, turn on my computer, go in. For example, the update drivers and everything. That got me by surprise. I learned about that. Now when I see that pop up, I'm like, oh, let me open NVIDIA. Let me go ahead and what's it called? Update my drivers and all this stuff because I know nothing about that. When I found out when I started to play Doom the Dark Ages, like, oh man, I gotta update my drivers. Like, oh man, this sucks. All this update sucks. I was mad about that. But again, for you guys, since you guys use PC more often than anything, what would you like to see for it to be better on the Xbox console? Because at the end of the day, this is something that these Sony fanboys don't talk about, is that we do criticize for positive, what's it called? It's a term.
I'll let Demo go first because I've got about 5 points that I'd like to make, which is coming from the Xbox ROG Ally and potential future Xboxes. But go ahead, Demo.
And chat, come to it, chat. Mention a couple things you'd like to see get better too. Go for it, chat.
Let's talk about this because I think it's very important. And I think we were speaking earlier when people were criticizing Halo, right? And I say, okay, you're criticizing it, but like, what solutions do you offer? And it's the one thing that we love to do here. We love to criticize. I mean, we don't love to criticize. We do it because we need to, but we like to always give a solution. How could we help solve this problem? So if anybody's watching,
don't just point out problems, offer solutions.
If you're a game developer and if you're a platform developer or something, Xbox, whatever, whoever is listening, right? Because you never know who's in here. I want to say that the one thing that nobody wants is updating. Nobody wants to update their drivers. Nobody wants to deal with that thing. I would say
I've got a better solution for that, Demo.
Hold on. What I'm trying to say, and this is the only thing that I want them to do, which is a lot of things, but only one step, is make it so it turns into an actual Xbox with a press of a button. Make it so I don't have to go into desktop mode to access Steam or to access Epic. Make it so that it's within my Xbox UI, so that I can just go ahead and use it as an application the same way that you could use Skype or Netflix on your Xbox.
I get you.
Make it like that. And and make it so that we don't have to worry about updating drivers and shit like that. I think those are the main things that should be focusing on, giving us an easy experience that nobody had to worry about the extra PC shit. If they're able to nail this, I think we are in for a treat, and I think this is gonna be amazing. But Power Boss, go ahead and make your points, man. What is it that you would like this to happen?
So I got 5. So along with your point about the updates, okay, because right now, as you look at the device and you use the device, it's got 4 places to update. You got the Windows Store, you got the Xbox Game Pass Store, you have the Armory Crate, and then you have Windows itself. So they need to simplify it and make it a one user interface for Windows to update everything. Okay, so that's first off. Second off, I think this can be done already, but I'm not sure. Where instead of booting up into the Windows full screen experience or Xbox full screen experience for the aggregated library, allow it to boot up instead into your preferred platform. Because like you said, Louis, somebody who uses heavily on PC that may not have an Xbox library and is only just now getting into it because they like handheld gaming in general and they have a Steam Deck or a much older model that they're upgrading from because they're liking the new specs. If they don't have that large back catalog of Xbox library, they haven't started using Game Pass, they don't know where to jump in yet, and they're just wanting it for their handheld Steam library, allow it to boot up instead of the Windows full screen experience for Xbox, allow it to boot up into Steam. As the startup screen. Okay, so that's second. Third, they need to, I think Alex was on the head with this, they need to allow you to customize the thumbnails in the full screen experience. Because right now, what they show are these little itty bitty squares on a big tile. If if you go to Steam full picture
that
mode,
is showing. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that is actually showing in my app. All the icons are showing properly now. Maybe on the ROG Ally
they're
it's not,
fixed.
but on the,
Yeah, the ROG Ally is not in the Windows full screen experience.
Yeah, on the ROG Ally.
So they need to fix that. Okay, so that's 3. Because if you open up in Steam Big Picture mode, it shows correctly. But we know that games have alternate arts.
Yeah.
So allow us to choose the alternate arts. You know, do you want the platinum version of the game? You know, greatest hits collection of the game, things like that. Allow for stuff like that.
Here's how it shows. Look, I'll go to my library.
Yeah, see, it doesn't show like this on the ROG Ally.
Yeah.
See? And it's showing me the ones that are on fucking Steam and shit. Hold on.
4th, they need to bring back the backwards compatibility program.
Yeah.
And do it better.
Okay.
It's not bad what it was, but they needed to progress further with it. I think it was Sonic the Werehog version, where they did a complete ground up rebuild, recompiled version.
Look, these are the Steam games. Look, he's showing the right icons.
Yeah.
This is what I have so far. Installed from Steam. Yeah.
But like I said, when you look at it on the ROG Ally right now, they're tiny images in a big square.
Okay.
It's not a full screen like it is showing here.
Oh, okay.
For any of the games.
Okay. Perfect.
So that's 4. And then the last thing that they need to do is get it to where there's less optimizations needed for Windows. Make it seamless.
Yeah. That for sure.
Because the Armory Crate right now, the whole customization thing, I know it's there because you can customize the LED lights, you can customize, all sorts of things about it, battery life, the power wattage, things like that. Make the settings simpler. Don't necessarily take them away, or maybe a toggle for simple to advanced mode for those who are PC enthusiasts. Let it customize to your level of PC knowledge what you want it to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
It is a Windows device. It's running Windows on the underlying features, which Xbox has always been. The only difference is this is the first time that you're actually seeing the Windows OS underneath the layer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you guys one more thing. Also, when switching from like your Xbox aggregated library to launching a Steam game, don't require the Steam launcher to launch.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's gonna be extremely hard for them to make it happen because they need the
Yeah.
access from Steam to allow them to do so.
It's
So
an
I think
API
that
access.
that they're gonna have to eventually you're gonna have to Steam has to show up anyways at some point in there. But yeah, Space Shot said something very interesting. He said, what does he feel he has to say, although Xbox has made terrible decisions for the past year? Is that some kind of penance? Because if the decisions were that bad, how can the future be bright? And you got a point too, man. But also, as a content creator, and he's trying to show that he has no bias, he had to admit that some of the decisions that Xbox has taken hasn't been the best. Or they haven't been taken the best way. And I think that's what he's trying to say.
No, but he is actually right. There's been some bad decisions. Like, for example, look, a lot of people are still mad and so aggravated about Perfect Dark, getting shut down. The studio got shut down.
Yeah.
But hey, we know it was still an alpha phase 1, but we still got a lot of people mad about that. We also got the price hikes that
I think that's the one that bothers me.
That's the one that really bothers us the most. Then you got the Game Pass hike. That's another crazy decision.
Yep.
That's what he means. Like all the bad decisions that were there. But it didn't like he was just trying to face that and talk about like those bad decisions that we're talking about because he didn't specify what were the bad decisions. He should have specified it better so people can understand what he meant by it. But I pretty much understood because there was a lot of decisions. I was like, Microsoft, I don't agree with you on this. Why this now? Why this at this very moment, or why is that? Or, for example, why didn't you give us a second trailer for Perfect Dark, and then go ahead and cancel the studio? That makes us wonder. And then come on and say we got 40 projects, but, there's people going to be asking the question, what out of those 40 projects, how much are you going to deliver? What not, because, hey, it's okay to ask questions. There's nothing wrong with to ask questions because at the end of the day, you're investing in this console and you want to know what's going to happen. So it's okay to ask questions. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean that you hate Xbox. You're just thinking like, what the hell, you cancel this game after second trailer. I'm like, what is it going to happen with these games? Not for example, some people are asking for State of Decay, Contraband, for example, and that was not a first party Xbox Studios, I think. Yeah, it's not, right? It's not. But either way, though, that was a studio that didn't really talk a lot about the game. So we've always been asking that question. Like, for example, every year I was asking on my show, I want to see more of Everwild. I want to see more of this, more of that. You guys gave us some games at the beginning of the gen that you showed us trailers, and you did not. You have not shown anything else or any updates. We want to see more updates on this. We want to see more about this game. We want to know if it's actually. So some people right now are like me, right? They're like saying, okay, I see the game, but once I know there's a release date, I know it's coming out. I'm 100% sure it's coming out. So that's what's happening. But at the end of the day, though, you guys did not mention one thing that I'm gonna say this because let me say this with all the love in the world, please, Xbox, please. Even though you guys are going to PC and all this stuff, y'all need to bring that quick resume. That quick resume needs to be there. We need that sucker in there. That quick resume is one of the best features you guys had in this console. I love that.
I don't think it's going to be able to be ported to the handheld because of the way it runs on virtual machines.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying for the next console, though.
I'm thinking that for the next gen console, the Magnus, whatever it's going to be, I think they are going to keep it with the Velocity architecture.
Yeah, they but by updating, and everything that they're doing, I think they could be able to stick it in there. They could find a way to stick it. There could be a way for them to get there. Because again, it's just like what Austin Evans says. It's what Ono and Salad says.
I'll do you one better, Louis.
What?
Bring quick resume to PC too.
Exactly. I think they're going to do that too. If the next console, as we see and confirm from Nadell and everyone else, right? It's going to be a console hashtag PC, right? Because supposedly it's a PC hybrid. That's what they're saying. But at the end of the day, though, if it does come, they got to bring that stuff to PC too. Just make it all over. Connect everything. Make it awesome for everyone so everyone can enjoy all these features. Because like they say, they want to get. Because another thing, I've seen a lot of websites attacking Windows. That Windows is a problem and everything. Now let me tell you something. I read it and I don't feel like I'm mad at them for talking about it or anything. Because at the end of the day, if we don't criticize or talk, if we don't go out there and say the stuff they need to fix, when it comes out, it's going to be a shitfest. So it's better for us to talk about it now, for them to hear us, if they come by and listen to Demo Flow, or they listen to Xbox International Podcast, if they listen to C Money, if they listen to Boom, listen to all of us. If we go out there and talk like some things that we would like to see fixed or some things that we'd like to see better as of now as fans. So when you guys deliver this box, we're like, oh shit, they listen to us, I'm happy. Yeah, and they do listen to feedback. They really do. They actually do on some stuff. They really do listen to feedback. So it's good for us to talk about it. So then when it comes out, it's good for all of us, and we are happy. So that's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Kima, and he said, "Quick resume could show up in Windows 12 gaming," and that's another thing because this is coming next to or along with Windows 10. So that's something to keep in mind. But anyway, guys, it's 1:20. God damn it! So we're about to get the fuck out of here because I need to go out. I'm gonna.
I need to go out too. I gotta do something.
And shit. I gotta go out and I gotta get ready and shit. Everybody's almost home now. I'm checking my phone and shit. So pleasure to have you here, Crazy Louis. What's going on with you? Let everybody know what you've been up to and where they can find you, man.
Oh man, dude, I got a question. What are you doing next Tuesday? Power Boss, what are you guys doing next Tuesday? You guys busy?
Next Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning. I don't know what I'm doing next Tuesday morning.
I'll just be gaming.
No, I'm supposed to I'm supposed to be free that morning if nothing changed. But what's going on?
Okay, no, just in case because I had to leave on Tuesday and we were cooking on Tuesday morning. So hey, why don't you guys come by? Let's cook. If you guys can.
Yeah,
I'm trying to bring Joey on there to have some fun too, because man, we had a good conversation going, but I had to go because what happened.
Yeah,
I was there listening. I was just not talking because I was playing a game.
Oh, it's okay. No worries. It's okay. It's okay. I mean,
all right,
as long as you're
I'll be
happy.
down. But the one thing
Yeah.
about Tuesday is that I had to get back to. Gotta go to work. I gotta be at work by 1.
It's okay. No worries.
I'll have to get
Same
out of
here.
there by 12 anyways. So
Okay,
yeah.
it's good because we'll do it early. We'll go in and have fun like we did the other day, man. It was a blast. It was a blast.
Sounds
But-
like fun. Yeah,
I'll
let's
show
go
up.
and hang out, bro. Why not? Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it.
It's simple. You can find me at Xbox International Podcast. Type it in, you'll find it right away. This one in Spanish too. If you guys see it, also subscribe to it because these guys need to pump up that channel. And yeah, if you guys subscribe to my channel, Xbox International Podcast, on Twitter, Crazy Lou Gaming, and also on Blue Sky. If you guys have Blue Sky, Crazy Lou Gaming. And I'm on every single morning from Mondays to Saturdays. Sometimes all I do is I send the signal so you guys can know when I'm on, right? It's usually around 9 a.m. top or 10 tops. It depends on how my morning is, because sometimes things happen in the morning. We don't want it to happen. It happens. But yeah, I'm trying to always be on at 9. But wait a minute, it's daylight saving starts on Sunday, right? So yeah, same time. Yeah, it makes it better for me because if I log in at 10, it'll be 9 for you guys. So yes, 9 a.m. on the dot. Yeah,
awesome.
9 a.m. on the
Let's
dot.
get it. Let's do it. I'm ready for 9 a.m., bro. What's
right,
going on with you,
good.
Power Boss, man? What's good with you, player?
Always gaming. I'm always
Always
everywhere. I'm just having fun getting into Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm going to try out this Spartan Survivors game, which is a Vampire Survivors spin-off with Halo theme. I'm going to play some more Vampire Survivors now that it's got the new update with all the crossover with the Balatro. So I'm going to hop back into that. Always playing Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm looking forward to finishing up Ninja Gaiden 4 and hopping into Outer Worlds 2 and play some Keeper. I mean, you name it, I'm there. I got the Assault channels that I frequent and the Mod 4, and I'm always around on those things. Shout out to them. They're going to be gaming tonight, probably. Well, I don't know about tonight because it's Halloween, but yeah, I'm everywhere. I throw my 2 cents, and we always talk gaming. And as Archangel Nexus says, we talk gaming in this house, and the house always wins.
Always, man. Shout out to
Archangel.
And shout out to Cha, man. Amazing conversation down there. I see you guys, man. Everybody who came through. Aboriginal, Space Shop. We got Jules in the house, man. Shout out to all of you. FarQ, Riot Gaming.
Absolutely.
Auto G Gamer, man. All of you guys, man. Amazing show, so much fun. Happy Halloween. Go ahead and enjoy with your loved ones or whatever the hell you do for Halloween. Or go ahead and throw some eggs to some houses, toilet paper or whatever. Go get some candy. Don't eat too much. Watch out for that diabetes. But I mean, we will be back here next Friday at the same time. We're gonna be talking about gamings and everything that's going on with gaming. Keep an eye on the channel because I'm probably gonna be uploading a video soon, and I'm probably gonna go live during the weekend. I don't know what we're gonna play. Maybe some Battlefield Battle Royale since it just came out, and people have been wanting to check that out. So yeah, man, thank you everybody for coming through. I'll see you on the next one. It's your boy Devil Flow checking out. Black Ops Season Game Pass, yo, ABK be killing it. We so happy playing, the fanboys be hitting it. Ponies be so cynical, they rather pay the 70. They pay for PS Plus, that makes no sense to me. Xbox got no games, that's why they keep on telling me. Conquer DOA, I be green like a celery. You playing console sales, me and you are not the same. Shout out to the gamers that just care about the games.